Wednesday evening, so you know what that means. You know what time it is. It is Outlaw Radio time. Outlaw Radio, Shady Bizness on a hump day here on March. What is this? The 13th, 2024. Is it the 13th?
Yep.
Okay. March the 13th. Welcome aboard. Every day above ground is a great one. Hope you're enjoying your life. Hope you're doing something that's fruitful and profitable for you. I am Kevin Barnes. I happen to be the host of Outlaw Radio, the militant with a microphone, a mouthpiece of the movement, aka the Negro Whisperer, certified professional life coach, Negro Whisperer. Most people just refer to me as the world-class smartass, and it is what it is, as long as you spell it right. I'm not alone. I have my esteemed co-host with me tonight, Mr. Carter. How you doing tonight, my brother? What's good with you?
Hey, look, I tell them call me what you want, just don't call me late for dinner. Don't tell my, but how everybody else doing out there? Welcome to Outlaw Radio, where we talk that talk and we definitely walk that walk. Raising vibrations and elevating thought. Y'all better come on in. I'm trying to tell you, I am the black woman lover, the black man's brother, the culture, teacher, hood healer, the ghetto witch doctor. Hey, mama, there go the Seymour's man.
There we go. Man, shout out to my sponsor, Fletch, over at EPU Personal Defense, EPUSDS.com. You see it up there on the screen, right? You see the number at the bottom, 262-202-5131. You see the Cash App, hit the Cash App. And you see my sponsor, EPU Personal Defense's website as well, EPUSDS.com. If you have a small business, it don't have to be small. If you have a business, period, you have a movement, you have an event, you have a book, you have a movie, you have a video, whatever it may be. If you'd like to shed some light on it, man, just holler at me. For real. I'm all into the networking. I believe we have to support each other, man. I think we're the only ones who will do so. So, always take advantage of the the opportunity to help yourself. One of those things, man. It's one of those things. Shout out to my chat room. I see Jeff in the chat room early. He says, Kamar, I need some shopping. Kamar, detox is lovely. He needs to do some more shopping, he's saying.
That's what's up.
Okay.
That's what's
Okay.
up.
There you go.
You got the number, family. You got my number. Just call
Jeff.
me.
Did you get your hoodies? I need to know this. Did you get your hoodies? Let me know. They were supposed to be there. Today's Wednesday. They were supposed to be there yesterday. Rail in the building. How you doing, my brother? What's going on?
Peace. Hey, I'm glad to be here, man. Peace. I had I'm in that Pathway to Leadership program through my job. So I had a course today, Influence Without Authority. So we just talked about how to influence others if you don't have the title or the the intimidation, but still to be effectively able to communicate to get things done. So, pretty long day, but I shit, man, it don't get no better than getting paid to learn some new shit.
Right, and what better way to end it?
Too, though. That's kind of interesting too, though. You know what I mean?
It was pretty dope.
You could take that type of thing through life.
Right, and that's the thing, because I'm like how rappers say there's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Right.
It's like the people who influence. I know people who get 50,000 followers, but they come to me for counsel. So it's like it's no telling how many people I can inadvertently impact just by counseling those who got. Man, they doing numbers and getting money off of these social media sites. So it's like, man, that's always been me. Like, people want to be the king and shit, but it was always the power behind the throne that ran shit.
Yep. The influence.
I see. How you doing, Miss Williams? Beverly Williams. Hey, how you doing? Listen, I want to give a shout out to Miss Beverly. She's on MPS's heels. I absolutely love it. And there's a whole movement now behind we talked about this. And I said this. I said, please turn a cold shoulder to this referendum. This $252 million referendum MPS is asking for, it's going to be on the ballot. We talked about the failure and the mismanagement and the dysfunction of MPS, who has a $1.5 billion budget. So shout out to Beverly Williams. She keep heat on him. I love it. She's accountability from him. And a lot of the articles that she publishes or that she puts out are in the People's News Network. My brother Randy Jones, how you doing, Randy? How you doing?
Peace.
Randy, you got to holler at us and tell us what your plans are since the primaries. Because I had spoken with Sean and he said that you all were in the midst of doing something very interesting. So holler at me. Jeff said he got packages at work and at home. He said he'll check in AM. It should be at your house. I sent it to your house. I didn't send it to your job. Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, he got it going on, man. He got packages coming everywhere.
Too many packages, right? I don't know if your shit came. I got packages.
It got redirected to the office.
Killed my little enthusiasm. I was like, Jeff, did you get your hoodies? I don't know. I might have that shit. I gotta go check. John Fletcher, what up, family? How you doing? Y'all share the show, share the show, please. Mondays and Wednesdays is when we get on here and just talk a bunch of shit. And we always say that the show is about everything and nothing at all, meaning that we discuss everything. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a conversation, right? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, nothing at all. We didn't say that. We didn't insinuate that. Everything is allegedly, right? And so it's smooth in that regard. So check us out. And we're in several groups. There's the People's News Network. Sign up for that group. A lot of people look at it because there's always something popping in there, but they don't join. You got to join. You have to join and contribute. It's about premium black news, but it's also about a lot of the platforms in what I like to define as the new black media. So the People's News Network, I think we do that very well. I'm telling you, it's something in there for you. Where whatever your political, whatever your socioeconomic or socio-political views are, from conservative all the way back around. John says, are y'all going to in on MPS, family? Can someone explain what the real reason is why MPS is losing money? You know what? I'm no expert at that, John. I know we've had Miss Williams on here several times, or Mrs. Williams, I should say. And if she'd like to elaborate, please feel free. I don't know if it's a case of losing money because it's a lot of double talk.
I think they putting the money in their pockets. They ain't losing it.
They're definitely getting paid. I don't know, but once again, it's their explanation for this whole mess. First of all, it's around they're saying they have to cut teachers and that they are having a hard time managing these vacant school buildings, these huge facilities that are sitting vacant and have been for years because they still have to operate these buildings. Some have been sold. They've had a hard time selling others. And then there's the personnel. I've said this for a very long time. As a former MPS employee, one thing I would always say is central office was a black hole. Like, it was literally the most problematic place to go if you had an issue as a teacher. Like, we're talking about bureaucracy. Like, you go in there, and I've been in there and been sent to 4 or 5 different offices, and none of them were the right place. Nobody knew what the fuck was going on. And I was like an employee. So it was very frustrating. People down there make a lot of money. A lot of them make more money than teachers. And then there's missing money. We don't know, where's this money at? And their thing is to ask for more. And when you keep saying you need more teachers because you're going to be short, but at the same time, you have a truancy rate that's 40% damn near, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I hope I am. 40%, that means damn near half the students don't even go to school.
Hey, you know
why do you need extra teachers if the students don't come to school?
Hey, you know, it seemed like if they were smart, they'd be saying the students was in school.
Well, you can't lie.
I know, but I'm just, hey, man, hey, they lying, talking about they don't know where the money at.
Well,
they already lying.
Now you're gonna go out like HUD in the housing development, where it's just like
the only thing that can happen is another lie on top of another lie.
The bottom line is they have to be somebody has to hold them accountable. It's too much money.
Definitely.
$1.5 billion. That is, what is it? The fucking Green Bay Packers? Like, name something else in this state that has a $1.5 billion budget. I mean, an entity. Like, this is an organization. This is our school, our public school system. It is the largest in the state. MPS is huge. And the way it's running now is proving that inefficient. My old elementary school has been sitting vacant since, I believe, 2006. I don't know when Philip closed down. I believe it has a historical designation because of the stonework that was done during the New Deal under President Roosevelt. And they said, make it into a private school. But lo and behold, you find out that the building, since it's been sitting vacant, needs some repair, needs some, renovation. Private schools backed off. Then they're saying, let's make it an affordable housing complex, which for me would be very sad to have that like sitting. And that community, I don't believe deserves that. And I'm just telling you that community was always a place for blacks who were moving towards prominence, doing their thing. I don't think you need to inject a low budget, low income housing project in the middle of that neighborhood. You can say I'm a little care you up and you buy. Yes, I'm absolutely anti that. I think it needs to be another school. It served our neighborhood. We grew up going to that school. We learned how to read, write. My mama say you learn your arithmetic there. You learn social, how to be. I'm telling you, man. And we have a group for the neighborhood on Facebook right now, and most of us all went to Philip at one point or another. So it's like now, and it's just been sitting there. So and that's just one example of many wasteful. I mean, come on, you got a superintendent that makes, I believe, $240,000 a year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you need a $252 million referendum.
I'll probably go back to work for that job.
Hey, damn, that's 120,000 twice.
They might pull me out of entrepreneurship.
Somebody correct me now, Miss Williams. I hope Miss Williams is in the chat room. Is it 240 or is it 140? Either way, it's
gotta go punch this clock, nigga. That's $500,000, nigga. In 5 years, I'm gonna be a millionaire.
I tell you what, Kamar. I don't know if you would want to deal with the bureaucracy from that. And you talking about round the clock. You playing the game. Ain't no all that black woman lover, black man brother shit.
That's out the window. I gotta tuck that under. I gotta code switch for a minute.
You better not see one goddamn beaded necklace around this. I mean, you a full-time colored guy.
Negro.
Brother is colored, right?
Right. He's colored.
Okay, so here we go. I was accurate. Milwaukee Public Schools Superintendent Keith Posley signed on for another 2 years with a $6,000 annual bump in pay. Okay, and this is in 2021. It says under the terms of the contract salary, his annual salary increases to, I was wrong, $258,149,000, and then so it's 258. It was 252. Now it's 258. Okay, and that was in 2022, so it might be more because they gave themselves a pay raise, right? So I mean, does that sound like an organization?
And I could give myself a pay raise when I get in there.
Come on, man. You can pretty much do anything. Listen,
fuck them kids.
There are banks that don't have $1.5 billion. Like what I mean, come on, man.
Hey, fuck them kids. I really get this money. They let me.
Yeah, and then your ass will be in the same kind of hot water. I think that might have been some of his sentiment for a minute because it's looking mighty shady. It's shady business.
Right, apparently.
Allegedly. Shady business. Come on, man. But listen, the school board. I'm not. The school board is
no, I'm saying when I said fuck them kids.
No, don't try to back up off of it now.
Fuck them kids. I really don't mean fuck
you said it now, Mr. Vitality. We know how you really feel. What you mean we out of guava? Put some sugar in that goddamn tea. Fuck them kids. Put a red sticker on it. Put a red label. The red label Vitality. Red label. Real sugar. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Okay. Okay, let me go back.
Hey, Vitality would definitely have a contract with NPS, though.
Man, there you go. There you go.
They'd be getting Vitalities instead of milk.
Man, that'd be fly though. I was just telling my kids how
love it.
I had 2 chocolate milks a day, as from like the age of 10 to 18. I'm like, man, that was 2 chocolate milks a day. There's no telling.
My intestines are too old for chocolate milk now because it's just a laxative. There's no investment in chocolate milk.
I haven't tried it in a while.
You know, I'm gonna tell you the truth. The older I've gotten, the harsher dairy products are on me. Like ice cream and milk. I used to, you know what I mean? Like boom, 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 boom. You know, now cheese is different, but milk and ice cream, you talking about gas now and like what? This shit didn't used to happen. Like
it ain't even dairy for me.
Almond chocolate milk.
The almond chocolate milk?
Yeah, I drink that.
Yeah,
I ain't never tried it.
That go down where
it ain't even dairy, it's vegetables. Like I'm like now I can't eat garlic without having heartburn for days.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, damn, God. And now, you know, as a kid, I was telling my lady, I said, damn, as a kid, gas was funny. As an adult, gas might have you contemplating calling the ambulance because you don't know what the hell going on. You like, oh shit, I got a pain in my chest. Or shit, I got a pain in my back. It's like, man.
To lay down
okay. So you said gas in that regard because I'm thinking I ain't never burned.
Ambulance.
I blew my back out.
That was as a kid. You know, the worst you would do is fart or something. As an adult, you be wondering like, oh shit, it's in my chest. It's my heart. Like,
oh man. Well, I can tell you this from somebody who's had a cardiac event. I've had a cardiac event. You will know. You will know. Yeah, you won't say it's gas.
I'm not.
At first, you might be like, oh man, like what's going on? Do I gotta? And then all of a sudden your body gonna say, nah, nigga, this is real. So I had one, and the smallest vessel in my heart, clogged up one day.
Oh shit,
the smallest one, and I drove myself to the clinic, which is amazing. I'm a hell of a guy.
I'm glad you're still here, man. But people don't have that. People don't live to tell that test.
Yeah, and so they told me they's like, we can't put a stent in, we can't really do nothing, but just like open it back up. And this is not even a heart attack, but you got high blood pressure. So that was like, okay. So I can tell you, a cardiac event is decisive. You won't be like, I wonder. You're gonna be like, somebody help me in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was at the crib by myself too. Just happened to be on the phone with my wife, like, yo. I'm starting to feel real crazy. You know what I'm saying? And boom, from there, it was just like, man, it was a crazy day. What a life.
You got me grateful for gas now. Thank God it was just gas.
Let it out, man. My father used to tell me, he used to say, a dead man once said, let your air go free, because I held mine and death came to me. So that's the good thing about being in a real relationship. Like, your relationship ain't real until you could rip one to the heavens in front of her. As long as you holding it and walking around, everything is sweet, y'all ain't really ready to be together.
Hey, I get what Ray was saying though. Like sometimes you'll be having some kind of pain, you know what I mean? And really, you got gas. It's some air traps, some motherfucker.
Right, that shit be hurting.
Yeah, man, you be sitting up in pain, then you go lay down and everything just let out.
And the fucked up thing is from vegetables, like not dairy. I would expect that. But a tomato will.
No, yeah, you ain't supposed to get gas off no tomato.
No, like I can't eat spaghetti after 7 p.m. type shit, or I'll be up all night with heartburn and shit like that.
Damn, crazy. That's old shit. This getting old shit ain't for the weak.
It's wild.
Mama Jenkins said, "Good evening, my Outlaw family. Let's make it do what it do. There are many neighborhood schools that are empty, and these schools are so outdated." And she was saying that his salary is $252. She said it is $252 million. What's 200? The budget is 1.5. What's 252 million, Mama Jenkins?
Maybe she was talking about $252,000 for the salary before the $6,000 increase.
Maybe she put millions.
Yeah,
for me a little bit. Okay, I'm sure she'll let us know what it do. Dion said, "Fuck them kids."
I knew he felt the same.
Right, Dion is just fucking. He always saying that. Fuck them kids. Fuck the kids, huh? Fuck them kids. Rest in peace to Bernie Mac. Dion said, never a motherfucker bet not blow ass in front of me on my mama. Listen, I don't know. Well, you can't be in no relationship then, because you think most of the time it's the man who's hollering at the high heavens, but it's even worse when your girl be like, and you be like, damn, baby, what's happening? But that's being in a relationship, though.
Yeah.
I'm not walking around holding mine because you here. Let me tell you something. What Eddie Murphy say? Yeah, I called your name if your name is. I clean my color right here. Yeah, you want me to clean it? Yeah.
Right.
Shit. No. I learned that early. You got to be you. You said acid reflux is real and a mother. Yeah, acid reflux is something else too. I never had that. I've heard people suffer.
Oh man, I had it so bad and it was in my 20s too. Like when you think about it, I was going through a divorce, going through closing on the house, and working at a high-paying job I hated. So at like 28, I was getting colonoscopy and endoscopy just to find out it was acid reflux. But my doctor never found out what it was. He just prescribed me some shit called omeprazole. And when I took it, I didn't like it. It tasted like, well, I ain't never taste perm, but like, you know, when you used to go in the kitchen and somebody was getting their hair done and shit.
Lie.
Yeah, that's what it tasted like bubbling up from my throat. So I stopped taking the shit. Now they got a commercial talking about 50-50 chance of some kind of failure. But
yeah, my golden rule is I'm not taking shit I see a commercial for. Because you gotta listen to the end of the commercial. When
they tried to prescribe
your left toe might fall off. If you have a deflated booty cheek, but like the side effects don't even be worth it. I'll be like, I'll just have a sore throat.
Side effects be worse than what you're going through.
They were trying to prescribe to me 10 years before the lawsuit or the shit. So, you know, thankfully, honestly, that's when I had started smoking. I wasn't one of them cats fucking with the shit as a young age. I started at 29. To find a natural remedy to my acid reflux. And it wasn't until I quit that job that I realized it was the stress of the job that had me throwing up every morning. And just the thought of going to the job had me throwing up and nauseous and shit. It was a time I was on the block with fire sticks and fronts. Like, damn, this is actually less stressful than going to this fucking job.
It's very few things.
People don't understand. Motherfuckers don't understand how people in places can make you sick, literally.
Man, I didn't understand until I lost my job due to running out of, like, I ran out of FMLA and couldn't go back. So they was like, we had to let you go. And like I said, me doing what I had to do.
All this was in your 20s. It's very few things that I didn't eat in my 20s. I'm gonna leave that where it's at, allegedly.
See, and I didn't realize it was stress, but like now thinking back, I was going through a divorce, closing on the house, and dealing with this wild job at the same time.
Man, listen. If you suffer from acid reflux, Dion says he suffers from it as well. Said it'll kill you. Sonia Thrower, how you doing? My sister, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Mama Jenkins said, vote no on the referendum. No on the referendum. I echo that sentiment. Vote no on the referendum. MPS has to learn a lesson. They have to learn a lesson because it's been several times over. I just remember an election. I want to say 2016, 2017, when we were just going through people who were running and who had political interest. And I believe there was a pay a grant that they got then. Now this is pre-COVID.
Yep, it was.
There was. They
think they had about 250 million then.
Yeah. They put them over $1.5 billion.
Yeah, they should still be. Hey, they should still be good off that.
Come on, man, stop it. And they got COVID bread.
Right. They should still be good off that.
This is the coldest lick in the world. Stop playing with me. Voting on that referendum. Juice Lady in the building. Juice Lady, you look lit up, but you got some lights now. You got a ring light. What's going on?
First of all, I've been had the light. I decided to log on from my laptop, but I know it'd be looking drinky, so I turned the light on with the laptop.
Thank you.
We got the important camera tonight.
We connected tonight.
Yeah. We get the important camera tonight. We had the side piece camera before.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't on the phone tonight.
How long have we been waiting on her to just like? Damn, it's crazy. You look like a different person.
I don't know. I'll be doing other stuff on the computer, so now I'm just going to be multitasking. I try not to. Well, I guess I do that on the phone too. So,
bam.
Okay. First of all, let me say happy birthday.
How to multitask with a computer and my phone and all kind of shit too. Boy, you cold when you can do that.
Let me say happy birthday to Courtney because she had a birthday.
I did.
But you 38, 39? How old are you?
Hold on now, don't.
Damn, I know I'm not supposed to ask.
So why you ask then, Kev?
I'm a habitual line stepper. My wife just explained this to me.
You know you're not supposed to.
Well, she told me, she said, Kevin, you're always talking about habitual line steppers, and you are one. So I said, I have to accept that. I got to wear that jacket. So I'm a line stepper. So how old are you?
I'm 36. Yeah.
36. Thank God for another year of life.
Hey, ooh, catching up, Courtney.
I know, right? Niggas gonna be 40 in a minute. It's gonna be, we'll be done with school then. That's the way we look at it. We're 40, school will be over. We'll be,
What you do for your birthday?
I went to New Orleans.
Okay, New Orleans. That's popping.
Hey, did you bring that red brick dust
They
back?
had none, no matter where I went.
What?
I know, but then I was thinking, can't we just go get a brick and bust it down? A red one?
Okay, let's explain what this red brick is, first of all, because this is in my government name. So I'd like to explain what red brick. What are we talking about? Bring the people up to speed.
Oh, just red brick dust. You use it for like different little rituals and shit like that in hoodoo.
Okay.
Exactly.
So when you say bricks, it's not a colloquialism for cocaine.
Oh no. Actually,
make sure
that are ground into dust, usually from a place that held some kind of sacred type value.
The feds is listening. The feds.
I couldn't find anywhere, no matter where I went. And I was like, I'm trying to find somebody auntie in the back of the laundromat. You know what I'm saying?
Gree shopper.
That's what I was
real
looking for.
Voodoo.
Yeah. Where your granny's in the mat.
Yeah. Dion is crazy. He said, Kev, listen, if I gotta blow my ass, I'm gonna step out the room. I was with my ex for 13 years and we didn't blow ass in front of each other.
That's crazy.
That's probably why she your ex now.
Exactly.
Like, this nigga won't even fart in front of me. He ain't opening up.
Right.
My ex said I
ain't. He ain't being vulnerable.
Yeah, you gotta let it out.
And the second thing is, I'm one of them dudes in my sleep. Things still happen.
It's going. It's going. The motor is running.
You can't wake me up talking about you better stop. I'm asleep. What you talking about? Like, no, it's you have to be your true authentic self with any partner, and like it's like coming out the bathroom after laying a real bad one. It's like, damn, baby, my bad. Or she's like, oh my God, close the door. But it goes both ways. These are the parts of a relationship that you have to like. Damn, she too cute to be leaving the bathroom smelling like that. That is definitely bad for us, right? We got to give her what it is. Right. He said, I'm not one of those guys that feel like you don't love me if we can't shit in front of each other. I didn't say in front of each other. I said accepting that it's human nature. It's a function. Like, I don't expect you to be sitting next to me turning purple. I'm like, what's wrong with you? I got the fur so bad, girl. You better let that thing go. You know what I'm saying?
It depends on the relationship. Because, me and my ex, I'll definitely come in the bathroom and we're going to chop it up while you're shitting. Might be smoking, having a good old compliment. You know what I'm saying? We chopping it.
That's too much. That's too much for me.
I'm leaning on the outside of the door with the
I'm saying, can it wait till I come out? Can you wait till I come out of here? Like, this is awkward.
I'm silly. I'm gonna talk. I talk her head off while she in the bathroom.
Tab don't want nobody talking to him. He like, leave me alone.
Got to be focused on the task at hand, man. This is real grown folk business right here. My kids will do it. Dad, can it wait till I come out? Dad, like, why are you talking to me through the toilet door? I'm not. No. I mean, to each his own. I've heard that before where people be like, and that's all. It's all good. Make them the more comfy, the more cozy, right? That's what we always say. So Courtney, you was in New Orleans. Did y'all do? Were you solo or were you with your people? You with your partner? You with your man? Or you go? What y'all do down there? I mean, you went down there for what?
I just went to explore and eat food, and it's crazy. When I go on vacation, I just be eating nonstop. I be like a glutton. That shit is OC. Like, I don't even eat 3 meals a day. I eat like one. So I get down there and I be trying to force 3 meals a day. I can't eat that many meals. So then just be shit in the fridge at the Airbnb. Then I still want to get some more food. And it just be a lot trying to pack a whole bunch of flavors in one trip and you can't. It'd be like, that'd be my issue. Trying to pack the flavors in before I come back here. Like, nigga.
Okay.
Trying to get them all.
But that's why you travel. I mean, that's why I would travel. I don't travel now because I'm a family man. If I travel, I want to experience other food and other women and other other demographics. So
you going you don't fuck around, go Mike Epps. Don't have to come back on and say, I apologize for all I said on that dumbass podcast.
We always talk about it because she be like, why don't you go travel with your friend? Why? Why would I? Why would I
trying to
go
get you
travel?
out the house,
and it's like I like to eat and I like affection. So
okay.
I want to experience like I had shit, man. When I was going through my separation or right before my divorce, I'm like, when this divorce is final, I'm going to Chicago for the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I'm going to Canada for Caravana, like Toronto. That's their version of Carnival. But I was gonna go. I'm like, man, I'm about to have me like a little island food and women fest. Experience Puerto Rican food and women. And then go to Toronto, experience Trinidadian food.
And if you're in Milwaukee, go down to Savoy's on Tuesdays because they got 15-cent wings and the people is lined up around the corner.
I ain't did that yet. I see
and they in there dancing like they fucking.
Whoa!
Did y'all see that video? Oh, y'all didn't see that video?
I didn't see that one.
No. Drunk ass girl laid down on the couch and shit with her legs in the air with some drunk ass nigga humping on her and shit. But they dancing at the same time, right?
And it was wings, right?
And it's wings in there, right?
Sound like a good time to me.
Disneyland on the north side, the happiest place on earth.
We just too old. We need to calm down.
You know what? It's not new. We used to go, and when we did our bar hopping, we used to go on Tuesdays. They would the wings. I don't know, down 15 cent, 20 cent, whatever they were. The line was never outside, but it was a popping spot. We used to go in there and. It's 5, 6, 7 of us and get a whole bunch of wings, fries, put them on the table, a couple pitchers of beer, and do shots and all. So yeah, we party down there too. I've had a good time in that bar before.
For the wings, I used to go to Connie's on North Ave on Wednesdays. They did old school hip hop and like I think it was like
I've been there. Yeah, I was there. I was there when it was Gene's Nightlife, and then it turned into Connie's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like Connie's, they did old school hip hop and like.
There's something else now, Courtney.
Premiere.
Okay.
Oh man. Connie's no more?
Yeah, it's been premiere for like a year or two. Yeah. It's been premiere for a minute.
Well, I've seen because I used to go to Gene's Lanes too on Fond du Lac.
Oh man,
it looked like they put another lounge or something right there.
Yeah, it is another.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Hey, not the lanes because the Arabs bought the lanes and turned it into a liquor store, grocery store.
It is.
No, it's a lounge right there.
The Supper Club. Oh, they got one up there again.
It looked like it was like a little lounge.
It is like how Gene Lanes used to.
I'm like, that's a prime ass spot to have a little night spot, especially across the street from Diamonds. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Gene's Lanes, man. We had some phenomenal nights in Gene's Lanes.
Man, they live music. I'm friends with the dude who used to sing in Gene's Lanes on two. Like he was the reason I used to go to Gene's Lanes to hear them sing. I think it was called Keeping It Clean or something like that.
They had that at the Supper Club too. Back when he ran the Supper Club, Gene's Supper Club, they had blues night. Me and Westside Zeladon used to go in there to shit.
Oh, damn. No,
off the chain.
On their Mondays, I went for their poetry. I wish I did come up on their blues night.
See, that's why people always say, you don't go nowhere, you don't do that.
You don't go nowhere.
I did everything. I have done everything in this city.
Back in the day.
This ain't been that long ago. We talking pre-pandemic. I was still partying.
Well, shit. Since I know you ain't been doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm good now. What I look like at Savoy's last night?
I don't even say be at Savoy's, but we'd be all types of events. We'd be like, Kev, come out. Come on, Kev. And you'd be like,
no.
Nah.
I did it. I did it to the point where it damn near cost me my family. Like we went out and we went fucking 3-4 days a week, and my wife used to be like, "Nigga, what the fuck?" And she didn't say it like that, but she would be like, "Dude, you tripping?" Like, I'm like, man, I likes to party. It's not my shtick anymore. I'm cool. I like my solitude now, my fortress of solitude.
Yeah.
You catch my chat room. Sonia Thor says, "Happy birthday, sweetie."
Thank you.
Yes, happy birthday to the juice lady. Happy birthday to the juice lady.
Yes.
Dion says, "In your sleep, it's different."
Man, whatever.
That's different now, huh? All right. Jeff said, "Blow one and pull the covers over her head." True Boilermaker. Wow. Oh man, listen. That trick is gone away because now we got separate blankets. So it'd be me just doing it to myself. Like it's like sitting in the car with the windows up.
Yeah.
Do she got the heated one that plugs up? Cause like I think women love a heated blanket, like the you ever seen that shit where they could dial up the heat?
I have,
Yeah.
I have, and there's no way to explain a woman's temperature, like because it's don't cut the fan on, and then it's 5 blankets, and then it's can you cut that fan on because it's hot, and then
our temperature be going up and down.
I know, I see that. I've learned this the hard way.
Get your iron up.
Just you something.
I don't know what be going on. I'm not really sure. I'm
like man,
menopause. What's happening?
You got 90 blankets on you, and then
no, they say a lot of women, really a lot of women, because our diet don't give the iodine that you need. A lot of women have thyroid issues and shit, which is a temperature regulator. So that sea moss is good on 2 areas. It give you the iron and the iodine. So
I don't know that that's the case over here. There's never been a thyroid problem, just tremendous temperature fluctuations. And this has always been a thing. And when I want the fan on, you want it off. When I got it off, you want it on. I don't know. Maybe it's
because I went got my thyroid checked, and they're like, "No, that's not the issue." And I'm like, "Well, goddamn."
No, it don't have to be like damaged or nothing. They just saying that's why it seemed like women seem to be more anemic than usual or cold, and then that anemia leads to them feeling cold a lot of times.
Yeah. And a lot of that anemia also comes from because they lose blood every month. And a lot of the iron is in the blood. So I tell a lot of women you need to be taking some kind of iron supplement.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure most informed women, because believe it or not, most women are informed on how to take care of themselves. They'll look at us and say,
"Hey, Kev, hold on, Kev.
I've been doing that."
You see? Well, look. Well, why I say our men and women don't really know how to take care of ourselves so much anymore.
Right.
And that's not a knock on nobody. It's just because we never learned it.
Right. And
you know what I mean? Stuff we got to learn still.
I almost said something real stupid right there.
And a lot of us are trained Western wise, so we only know what we're told from the West. Like there's a doctor, Dr. Amun and Dr. Apsu, and they're men, but they teach women how soy and birth control is a leading contributor to like uterine issues, and they was just saying how women are assaulted by hormones at an early age because now they don't just prescribe birth control to control birth. They prescribe it if you got bad acne. It's like, or if you got bad cramps and shit. So
you got a zit. Take some birth control.
I mean, I definitely took some birth control for my acne, and I mean that cleared the hell out of my face. I mean, my face was so clear, but on the downside, my vagina was extremely dry.
So you would really take birth control for the sake of a clear?
Well, actually, it wasn't. I was on the birth control for birth control, but it it was to help my acne.
Well, I was on it for it to be birth control.
Yeah, like it was there to stop the babies from being born.
But they just prescribe it. Like if women have bad cramps, they prescribe. He was saying they find any reason to prescribe birth control, but a lot of times, birth control purpose is to make your body think that it's constantly pregnant, so it don't really produce another egg. But they saying that messes with your hormones, and your hormones are basically chemical instructions to tell your body how to act on the cycle. Yeah. So but like I was saying, when you're trained Western wise and listen to Western doctors, it ain't that women don't know how to manage their body out of ignorance.
They talk the wrong thing.
Though, especially in
this just talk the wrong thing.
And this kind of
like when you talk about black women are different than white women. You know what I mean? push us even farther away from the spectrum.
I would love to have a woman talk about this. I'm gonna
Oh,
tell
yeah,
you why.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. What I don't really, and this is me.
Yeah.
I don't like to hear men talking about women's bodies like that from on a functional level. I'm explaining why. I'm not trying to be funny.
I feel you.
I prefer for a woman to talk about it because she is the expert on the subject. Like, and a woman health expert, Kamar. I'm not saying any woman off the street because, like you said, there's a lot of us who don't know, A from B. But I'm saying a woman who's an expert on this. I would love to have her come in.
We can do that. But you know what I mean, for the sake of this conversation, you know what I mean, I think it's important that we talk about what we do know.
And we got a woman here. So
yes, indeed. One that was on birth control.
Hold on, you're wrong with that.
You know?
I would love to hear your opinion.
A couple different types of birth controls, but I agree. I heard that before as well. I know that they do prescribe birth control just for anything. Any and everything. A lot of times when you really don't need it, they need to be trying to find the issue and the root of the problem, and they don't. They kind of just give you a masker, which is the birth control.
And one other wild thing I learned about birth control is that it alters that. Well, according to scientists, not because I'm not the expert,
allegedly.
Right. It alters a woman's perception of attractiveness. Like they say that women who aren't on birth control and ovulate, a lot of times they're more attracted to a partner that seems more stable. And because they understand that pregnancy could be a result of this encounter, so I'm only encountering people that I wouldn't mind being pregnant by type shit. But they were saying women on birth control more so go for the less stable guy. I guess if you want to break it down to the nice guy or the bad guy.
I think that's a lie, because we see how many people just get pregnant by unstable people, and clearly they wasn't on birth control.
and that definitely is a factor of it. But they were just saying it raises the probability.
See, that's why I don't be wanting them to like them. They, I want they. That's what they
said. This is a white lady. Maybe
I was just saying, there we go. White folks.
Maybe this is a white lady. I mean, but I like to just hear scientists and expert opinions.
Dr. Francois, please.
But we would damn near need our own test based on just black folks and just the results of black folks. A lot of stuff is based off white folks and the results of white folks. Not affecting them and shit, and their decisions, not really our decisions. So. Yeah, these are kind of.
I'm definitely open to getting more knowledge on the subject. I mean, it ain't a definite end all be all. I would love to hear more.
Always consider the source. Mama Jenkins, she said you got to be like Uncle Joe in the time. You know what? Uncle Joe is one of the only reasons I actually started watching Madea movies. I'm not like a Tyler Perry fan like that, but I think Uncle Joe is one of his funniest characters. He cracks me up in every movie. I'm like just waiting on dude parts. Like he finna bug out, and then the dude with the thing, the army dude with the half curl, and he be talking to the. Oh my gosh, man, it should be having me laughing. Who else we got in this chat room? Jesse says happy birthday to the juice lady. Mama Jenkins says smoked oysters. And smoked oysters assisting they have some sort of health benefit. Let me see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure she'll explain it. Mama Jenkins said, "Meet my husband on that corner. Tehran, the best shrimps in town." Did she meet her? Oh, she said. I think she said she met her husband on that corner, and there was a different place there that had shrimp. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mama Jenkins. Ewok said I had a female friend who used a blow dryer. I heard it tie first time, and it was. I heard it tie first time and was like, what the fuck is that? Use a blow dryer. For what? What are we talking about?
For what?
Said, yes, I love the heated one. I have to keep my blood thin. I think she's talking about the
blanket.
He said the doctor, this is Ernest. He says the doctor prescribed him prenatal meds once. What the hell? Why would he decide to?
Maybe for the vitamins, you know, like prenatal vitamins or something.
Or men? I didn't think men took prenatal vitamins.
I mean, vitamins.
Well, all it is vitamin.
There's no difference in the ingredients between prenatal vitamins.
I don't know if they put hormones or nothing in it, but all it is vitamins.
It may have
all it's supposed to be.
Or something. I don't know.
All it's supposed to be is vitamins.
So you'll as a male, you'll have a very strong placenta if you take your ovaries.
I'm taking women's Wonder Day vitamins for the sake of a vitamin. I'm taking children's Flintstone vitamins for the sake of a vitamin.
I'd be scared to take women's vitamins. I'd be scared it's going to encourage estrogen being produced.
I'm just looking at the back of it and be like, oh, okay, this is what
Sonia Thor said her cramps killed her back in the days. She said took the birth control and still got a baby. Damn.
Wow.
Jeff Gray said birth control. I got 5 kids, right?
I got 5 too.
I got 5. All right, I got 2. You know what I mean? I do believe in natural birth control. I tell you that much. Alicia Mullins, how you doing? She said, hey, Alicia, what's going on?
Peace.
Oh, he said to warm her legs. Okay, a blow dryer. Okay, I get it now, Ernest. Y'all know I'll be late. Y'all know I'll be behind.
We was talking about a heated blanket. We talking
okay, we once again, everything and nothing at all. Shit comes off so fast you forget you said it. You know what? I'm looking at this thing, and lately we know that so far 2024 is turning out to be the year of the stand-up comedian. To me, I mean, I think everything now is, especially black stand-up comics, have gotten the spotlight just because of the beef, and regardless of what any of them say, they all eating off of this because their YouTube numbers, their social media numbers, their interviews, and all this stuff is through the roof. A lot of them they're getting specials. So as much as they might complain, I hear somebody, they don't like the beef and da-da-da-da-da. Yes, you do. You have to, because it's put your industry in the spotlight. But this is a little bit different with Mike Epps. And I didn't think Mike Epps said anything wrong when he was saying the one thing he wanted to do in life was learn how to treat a woman good. He said he's never treated a woman like she should be treated. He said he's always lied. He's always done whatever and just been out there. And he said he set a goal, and that was his goal with the woman that he's with now. Well, apparently, this didn't go over too well with his wife, right? And so he had to come back and say, well, I apologize to my wife. Fuck all this podcast shit, you know. And no, it was funny when you was calling Shay gay and all this shit, and you was, you know, back in the algorithm. But I didn't think he said anything wrong. As a matter of fact, I thought it was courageous of him to say that is one of the things he desired to do in life, was eventually have a woman that he could be straight up and down 100 with and treat her right. I take that to say he wasn't treating the woman that he's with now right, but they saying now they unfollowed each other on social media. I don't know how true this shit is.
Who we talking about? What happened?
Mike Epps. He came out and he made a statement on a podcast. And he was saying that, you know, his goal was to treat a woman right. He said he had never treated a woman right in his life. He's never been straight up and down with a woman ever in his life. And so I guess his wife didn't like it. And a lot of women were saying, oh, shame on him, you know. And I'm like, what's wrong with what he said? I didn't think if he feels like I need to really take a look at how I've treated the women in my life, because I have daughters. In his special, in his interview, he talked about his only son. And he said he felt like, I guess this is the part that made women mad. He always had girls because he mistreated women. That's why he always had girls. And he said he finally got a son on the day his mother died, his son was born. So what was wrong with his statement? Can anybody find anything that could potentially be like, if your man said that, Courtney, would you be mad at him?
I wouldn't, but you know, the world nowadays, I don't know. I don't know. Right. I don't know what the issue be. I
think maybe it's something going on in their relationship.
Probably. You know, everything ain't for the
that had something to do with maybe.
Right, because you know, they could have been beefing. He could have said that could have been a subliminal some. You know, we don't know everything. And she like, oh, okay.
Right. But to us, it sounds like a man coming clean And you know what I mean?
Right.
And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't the best motherfucker my whole life either. It was a point in time when I had to make a decision.
Yeah.
You know, and even still to this day, like, you know what I mean? Every man, you know, every day, all day, it's like, do I go this route or that route? I mean, you know what I mean? So to be able to own your past shortcomings or whatever, you know what I mean, and know that you're moving forward with something better. Yeah, I think that's dope. And then even to be able to say it, I just hope he mean it. It ain't on me whether he mean it or not, but you know.
Forget the fact that the man talked about he's had addiction issues and he's tried to overcome those, and he has these kind of crazy relationships with his kids. Forget all of that. Focus on the fact that he said, I've never treated a woman like she should be treated in every female I've ever dealt with. I've lied to, I've cheated on, I've manipulated. That's what he said. And I feel like if his wife at home, anything, the conversation should have been like, so are you saying that I'm now the one that you will do this with? Because that's admirable. Unless you lying. Like, unless he been caught up several times in his new shit, and she like, really? That's what you do? Get on TV talking about you? Fuck this, I'm out of here. Because divorce is gonna hit his pockets. Mike having some change. Some bread right now. You know, he just bought his whole neighborhood, his whole in Indianapolis.
No, he already had that, and he got to keep that from his last divorce.
Oh, okay. I thought he just bought the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay, so he got some bread. I mean, his tour money got to look pretty good, and he just got a baby, so child support and alimony.
Oh man,
that's a double bubble. You'll be telling jokes for her, right? She's gonna be your sponsor. Let me see. Alicia says she's gonna hit me up. Hit me up, Alicia. Let me know what you got going on. Mama Jenkins said, I met my husband at Turan's on that corner, and yes, they had the best shrimp back in the day. She said she was saying when Courtney went to New Orleans, she should have tried those smoked oysters.
Look, I did try some oysters, and it was not for me. I didn't. I had a charbroiled. It just wasn't. That ain't right. And that's exactly how I looked when I ate it. I was like,
I've eaten oysters twice. Raw oysters, I've eaten them twice. And the first place I ate them, I can't remember, it was some kind of seafood, some expensive place we was at that we ain't had no business. And they weren't bad because they came with like hot sauce and some different kinds of toppings. Wasn't bad. The texture is a little hard for you if you've not if you've never eaten an oyster. It's weird because it's like slimy, gelatinous, and but they were good. Then we had them at this crab place for my son's birthday last summer. I said, yeah, let's try them here. They didn't give me the sauces and all that stuff with them, and I had that look on my face like, but they cost so much, somebody got to eat them. And take home in the doggy bag, and I'm not leaving this shit.
See, in mine were char-boiled, so you know they had the little Parmesan and the garlic, so it was kind of cooked a little bit, but no, it was
okay.
I'll pass on that. I could eat them fried. You know, you could do anything fried, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like,
yeah, you know, it depends on where I'm at. If I can get all the stuff with them, I don't mind. I mean, it's not something I'm gonna sit up and eat a whole plate of. You know, 2, 3 before I eat. Like, okay, that's cool, that's enough. But that fishiness will get to me eventually. That briny kind of flavor.
Kamar, you ever had you an oyster?
No,
Kamar vegan.
Well, you know what I mean. When I did eat meat, I wasn't fucking with that.
I feel you.
So I never did experience.
Real, you oyster man? They say that they are aphrodisiac.
It didn't make me feel no way.
I've never had oysters. I've had like mussels from the little Chinese spot. They used to have that mussels, and only reason I grabbed it because it was like a coochie, and it was funny at the concept of eating it. And it wasn't for me.
It's gonna take me some time to figure that out.
Oh okay. My god.
We're talking about that with my therapist, right?
It wasn't for me, and now just the knowledge I be having, I'm not really big on mollusks because they the filters of the sea.
Yeah.
So it's like eating your aquarium filter or some shit like that. That's what clams, oysters, mussels. That's what they do. I
will do mussels and oyster. I will do clams because my wife will put a recipe together for you that'll make you say. Yeah, especially when I'm grilling, and she'll put the crab legs and the shrimp in there with the mussels and all that.
I used to love clam chowder.
Yeah, I still do. Hold on, caller. We got a caller. I want to read the rest of the comments so I won't be so behind, and then I won't get yelled at.
You be behind.
My Ewok says, I think the whole world has begun to be offended more due to social media. People are worried about the people who are listening, and they think that they have to defend everything. Jeff says cooked oysters aren't good. Cooked oysters aren't good to me. Fresh raw oysters, all a texture thing. If it's fishy, it's bad. Should taste like the sea. Okay, that's one for me to remember moving forward. Caller, you on the line? What's going on? Welcome to Outlaw Radio.
Hello, how are you doing?
How are we doing? We're doing fine. How are you doing?
Peace.
Oh man, I can't complain, kid. What's going on, Bull Rail? Oh, Court Master. How you guys doing tonight?
Dion, why you always call sounding like Tyler Perry? How you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing?
I don't know. Maybe that's the Bluetooth.
Because I guarantee you gonna be yelling and ranting and raving by the end of your call. So you always try to start off so smooth, like, "How are you doing?"
All right, I'm gonna keep you the smooth booty. But like I was saying though, you know, with this MPS thing, man, it's just I don't know, Kev. You know, because I work at MPS school, and so my principal, she was like, "You," because I told her I don't vote. Don't care about that. And then, but I just feel like we don't need, like, it affects people property taxes, you know? Like, I'm tired of my property taxes going up. I'm not seeing any benefit out of it. I don't care about the children's well-being in the school, to be truthfully honest with you, because I ain't got no dog in the fight. I don't have a child that goes to MPS, and then you hear so much negativity about MPS. If they get more money from us, it's not going towards children's education. She was talking about electric board outside and the flat screen TVs and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. You know, if they could do it and not have my property taxes go up, then so be it. But if my property taxes got to go up, then I don't want them to do it. And then, you know, as far as that, which I was talking about earlier, like, I'm not one of those, I don't know, man. I'm just a different type of dude. And like I said, don't get me wrong. If you sleep and you shit on yourself, then that's different. But we ain't, man, sitting on the couch. I ain't about to be sitting on the couch and you sit on the couch and you blow ass and you just looking at me like, excuse me, no, why you didn't go in another room? Like I told my lady friend, the first time we spent this time together, I'm talking, I had to blow it down. I was so happy that she wanted some Starburst. We was at a hotel. I ran downstairs and used the hotel lobby bathroom because I just don't know. You know, like, I try to stay on my prison regimen. Like, I get up, shit, shower, and shave. And the joint, that's what you got to do early in the morning. You get up, use the best, especially if you got a wet cell. Oh, my God. You know, and I think that kind of, like, deterred. But I've never been that type of person, though. Like, I don't, like, if you got to piss while I'm in the shower, that's different. If you got to, you know, use the bathroom, then let me know. I get out. I don't care. You know, I just don't, that ain't me, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, to each his own, though. I can't judge nobody because they sit up there and shit in front of each other. You know what I mean? Maybe that's some type of sexual roll call or something. I don't know. You know, I'm like, I don't know. You know, for real.
Let's make you understand. There's a difference between passing gas and actually defecating on yourself. Now, at no point, I don't know, but people who are just tuning in may not catch the context of the conversation.
Oh, okay.
So nobody was saying
like,
it's cool for you to be in your sleep and to shit on yourself in your sleep, and I'm gonna be like, oh, that's all good. No, we have a problem. So, but I'm saying we were talking about flatulence. We were talking about passing gas.
Okay. Flatulating. And I ain't gonna lie though, real man. I don't know how you got rid of that acid reflux. And then my acid reflux is crazy. Like say if I eat processed food, like I can eat all the hot shit I want to, but if I eat something that's like a processed food, one of these gas stations out here, oh my God, woo, Lord have mercy. I'm talking about, boy, when I say a nigga be sick, I be sick as a motherfucker. And they gave me those pills that Memprisol, the ones that you was talking about. I take them faithfully though. They like birth control pills. I mean, I ain't gonna even lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I take them motherfuckers though. You know, I'm just saying though. I gotta take them though. I gotta take them. Hey, Kev, I know you always talking about you live in the Powerverse, but I could bring some shit to you and you be like, I don't know about that. So did you hear about in Alabama the police arrested the lady in front of her child and shoved her down and shit like that? Did you hear about that?
I'm pretty sure I seen it. Once again, Dion. Okay, so the thing is, rarely there's sometimes when you may see something and I say I don't know about it because I probably scrolled past it because I don't stop on every story. It's impossible. I do see. So elaborate on it.
I'm still no. I ain't gonna elaborate now. I'm Dr. Richie. I'll listen to Karen Hunter, Dr. Richie, Roland Martin every now and then, Dr. Greg Carr, Umar Johnson, Tone Talks, Yvette Carnell, Michi X. So it just be a lot of different people, you know what I'm saying, that I get. Like I love Dr. Umar. I don't care what nobody say. And it's a couple other people that I'll be listening to. I can't think of their name right now. Like yesterday, they was talking about Fannie Willis. And did you know the hoe ass nigga? I think that he was the divorce attorney for one of them. He told everything like, dude, you was a mob. Like you mad because dude smashing all the hoes and you gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? He the one that went to Trump them and Trump them lawyers and spilled the beans. I'm like, that's crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Like it just don't make no sense. But yeah, I listen to a lot of those people, man. But I don't know, Kev. I'm hopefully in the next couple of years, man, I get my money back right like it was. And I'm thinking about, I really want to go down south and buy me some land though. You know, you keep hearing me say it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Wisconsin ain't doing nothing but trying to get us up out of here, as you say, gentrification. And you know, I mean, for some of us, this gonna work though, because you know, when I bought my house, my property tax was $1,700. Now they are damn near double. I pay like almost $3,000. Like that's ridiculous. You know, that's it. And I stay around the corner from Madison High School. That's ridiculous. You know, like how much more do I want to keep my property taxes keep going up? Where it's gonna be like, damn, I'm paying $1,500, $1,600 a month for a mortgage. I could move down south and be living in a 3,500 square foot house with about 8 acres of land for like $200 and some thousand. And my fucking house didn't even cost that much. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. MPS they keep on trying to dick us over, man. It's gonna get out what's going on though. We just scratching the surface of it. You know what I'm saying? That's really about it though. But I'm gonna hang up and finish listening to you guys. You know, I always gotta call and talk shit. But nah though, man, don't be late, man. Listen, man, for all you niggas that be letting your girl poot around you, man, I don't know what to say about that, man. So if your guy sitting up in your car riding with you and he blow ass, is you gonna laugh and be like, hee 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 hee? Is you gonna think it's funny if your guy blow ass, but if your gal blow ass, oh baby, it's okay. You know,
I don't do the same thing she do for me.
Exactly. Kamar. Thank you.
Wait, what you say, Kamar?
Courtney, I don't even know why you talking for real.
Don't be all mad, Dion. Don't be acting like that.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm about to hang up, Bull, and finish listening to you because I love when you get on when you step on your soapbox, boy, because you be going at it. Love you niggas as always.
He's gonna get on no soapbox.
Well, yeah, but I hope you having peace. Courtney, I'm glad you made it safe back. Miss Jenkins, everybody out there, all the Outlaw family, I love y'all. You know, y'all always represent from me. What's going on with Erica? She's still down there doing her motherfucking union thing. She ain't called in a while though.
She actually
called. To go, though.
She was in the chat room the last show, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
She'll call in. Peace out.
All right, I'm about to listen.
Man, let me tell you about New Orleans though. So I went down there, right? I'm having a decent time. I'm eating food, you know, the first night. Then the next day I wake up and I'm sneezing. And then I'm just sneezing the rest of my trip. Just nonstop sneezing. Like I picked up every allergy medicine you could think of. None of them worked. Just nonstop. Can you imagine sneezing nonstop?
I can't.
You put around that whammied as soon as you got down there. You got whammied.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? I mean, I didn't stop sneezing until yesterday. You know, it's like I had to be here and I had to wear out my system, whatever. Man, look, I won't be going back. So look, I'm not doing that again.
Is that the first time you'd ever been there?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's that Milwaukee shit, right?
Yeah,
You're allergic to everywhere else, right?
Gosh.
Now, did you take some once you got back here?
Nope.
Okay.
It was just
That's
fine.
weird. I've never suffered from allergies or anything like that, so I'm always bugging when I see people, you know, do that
Yeah,
kind
and I mean, it's not a thing I really deal with. So when I get down there, I'm taking cold medicine. I don't know what it is. I'm like, do I got a cold?
Wow.
They're like, it might be allergies. So I get taking all the allergy medicine and nothing worked. I'm just like, nothing. It's
That's some hoodoo. She said, if you can't hold it, you can't. Right? I listen. And as far as like Dion was talking about my guys, like the cats that I fuck with, they've been in the car with me before and let one fly. And it's like, you nasty ass dude. Like, I let every window down on their side and let their ass freeze. I don't care if it's 26 degrees. Come on, Kev. Wind the window back up. Nah, you want to shit on yourself in my car? I'm gonna let this is what you just my guys will do that. Like, and I had a problem with it then, but I mean, I'm not gonna tell my lady I'm gonna put you out because you pooed it.
I had gas that whole trip. I was just eating red beans and rice. Oh my gosh. I was so bloated and so much gas that whole trip.
This sounds like a great time for your man because sneezing and gas. I know he was like, yes, this is the dream right here. Baby, I just had such a good time.
Oh my gosh.
Like, damn, this is I think we'll have to talk when we get back to Milwaukee. This is like, you sneezing and fart. Now, you know what? I'm gonna be downstairs. Like Dion said, I'm gonna be downstairs. Like, damn, that's bad. I feel sorry for Hey, black men are strong, man. Give it up for us, right? Good Lord. He referenced Trump too, and the news came out today that the judge had dismissed 6 of the charges against Trump in Georgia for election tampering. And I looked into it because I'm like, yo, this is more shady business. This is what they're doing. We already talk about the nature, the way that they're going about getting Trump back on the ballot and back into the White House. And so Trump actually, I think, something like 41 counts. So these 6 are not instrumental. And what they were all centered around, which one could argue, were phone calls and or letters that Trump had written to certain individuals, giving them direct instructions to manufacture some votes to overturn Georgia. So the main charges are still there. The question you have to ask yourself is, why would the Republican Party still have him as their nominee, knowing that now legally he's been convicted of election fraud? Like, we talk about, oh, well, now voter rights. Now we live in a day. Oh, Martin had a dream, and what's her name? Rosa Parks sat on the bus, and but for our voting rights. But if we go out and vote, you have a rich dude who says, nah, even when you find out that he lost, going against another rich white dude, by the way, and he says, no, we gonna fuck that. We ain't accepting this shit. In addition to him being admittedly the instigator for what happened at the Capitol. How in the fuck is he? Why would they make him their nominee? The Republicans are all over the place. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm looking at Ian C. Jordan, who's a friend of the show, and I'm looking at Orlando Owens, who I can say is a friend of the show. Orlando's been on here. Orlando is as conservative a black person as you will ever meet. They got a beef right now. They're going back and forth. And I asked Orlando, because it seemed like the argument was about who's conservative and who's not. I'm like, let me get this straight. 2 black dudes arguing over a prejudiced white dude?
These my white people. No, these my white people.
Listen, and like I said, both of them are partners of mine. And I've spoken to both of them. Like, there's posts where Orlando called Ian out of his name. Ian is not letting it ride. He's like, nah, man, dude disrespected me. He called me Orlando called him a bottom bitch.
Did he really?
Yes, he did. I spoke with Orlando.
Hey, I'm listening. Orlando, he had many opportunities on his show to call somebody a name, some kind of name, and he didn't.
He called Ian.
He must have been pissed.
Orlando is a staunch conservative Republican. He loves Trump. He's a MAGA fanatic. He's Orlando and I are cool based on the fact that he's a black man and I'm a black man. That's where it starts and stops at. I know he's a responsible father. I know he's an upstanding individual in the community. He's not a criminal. But when it comes to the Republican conservative shit, he's really about that life, as they say. And Ian Jordan, who is a brother from the hood, who has been like a friend of the show, been on here a couple times. Got a lot of respect for Eon. We've had some great conversations around the fact that, because I'm nonpartisan. I believe in people over parties. I don't rock with no donkey or no elephant, right? And so these two brothers are both supposed to be conservative Black Republicans. And Orlando did tell me he called him a bottom bitch. And Eon's like, this dude called me a bottom bitch. It's on for life. So I'm looking at these posts and Ian's going in on him. Like, and Orlando's just shooting. I said, two Black men fighting over their conservative, aspirations. It's a weird time for politics in America. If that's the case, Black people might, and normally it's a Republican and a Black Democrat fighting, right? Oh, y'all bullshit. Not two Republicans. You ain't really conservative. Get your ass out of here. I'm like, this is crazy. It's just, I think it's very crazy. Let me see. Sonia's laughing. Whoa, okay. She said he's white. This is true. If Donald Trump is the poster boy for white privilege, I need for white people to stop playing and saying that white privilege. Where you? Every time they say that, you just say Trump. Everything they say after they say Trump, but Trump. You know they're Trump. You guys Trump. That's all you got to say. This dude ran for president, became president, lost, did some fraud shit to overturn the election, and then said, "Fuck it, y'all go get him." Why should he be allowed to run again? It's stupid. It's just dumb.
Turn up, niggas.
Errol said it's because he's the head of the KKK. Well, you got a lot of Black people who say Trump's not racist.
Wait a minute. Is that really what they say?
Listen, in my conversation with Orlando, once again, I was getting my oil change wherever I was. Sitting there,
Orlando don't count.
Had some time on my hands. I talked to him for a while, just for clarity. I said, so Trump's not racist? He said, no. And he started naming off all of the stuff that the talking heads who support Republican initiatives say. And I'm like, Orlando, you have entirely consumed the Kool-Aid. You ain't drink the Kool-Aid. You have consumed it all.
It has become you.
Right. You are, Bruce Lee said, be water. You are Kool-Aid. Right? Be Kool-Aid. You are. Goodness gracious. Earl said, great day, bros and sister. Yes, a great day to you too, Earl.
Good day to you.
Right. I heard you get drama off. You say Grand Rising, so I ain't gonna say that. I never was a Grand Rising type of cat, but people don't like that now, I guess. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
I don't like it now.
People are like, don't be that brother in the inbox, Grand Rising sister, and all. I'm like, damn, you can't say that shit no more. I thought that was good.
He thought it was a thing.
Right, I'm gonna have to go back to Ashe now. That's what did you say?
Oh my god.
What you call me? Ashe. Right?
He's always looking for something not to like.
Right, I don't get any static when I say it.
Okay.
Usually I might say Divine Rising or
there you go.
But yeah, Grand Rising. I mean, the people who get mad at it is the people who, like, some people just got a chip on their shoulder regardless, whether it's with the church, whether it's with the woke folk or whatever. Some people don't feel comfortable unless they're stressing themselves out, making
are woke folk the new church people? Remember, are they the new church people?
No, I mean, the thing is, whenever they coin a word and weaponize it, it becomes an issue. So now woke is for anybody who's like.
I'm talking about the black version. I'm not talking about the white version.
So me, I've never considered myself woke or conscious. I'm just me, and I love knowledge. Okay. So I've never really used the term, but it don't offend me. Words really don't offend me like that.
Okay, that's good to know. So
I knew a long time ago, the term woke was headed in the wrong direction. I hated that shit.
Conscious, woke,
yeah, all that shit was headed. It took a wrong turn somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel like.
And when I said mad, I didn't mean like, threats on your life. I'm just saying people are now looking. When you say this, now they're starting to kind of categorize you. If you speak like people who speak, like brothers who say, hey, what's up, Queen? What's up, King? They
also do it with hoteps. Like they be like, oh, this is a hotep.
Yeah, there you
but
go.
they don't even understand what Hotep means.
They don't even understand what right.
If you know what Hotep means, it's really a beautiful thing to say and greet somebody with. You know what I'm saying? It's basically like almost like namaste. The divinity
or like us saying, or like me saying peace, family.
Right. You know, but
family.
there's people who always infiltrate and perpetrate and fuck shit up and dirty it up for everybody else type shit.
I like the way you said perpetrate, because I think the people who misrepresent it do more damage to it, because when you do meet a person that's sincerely about this kind of ideology, you're already cynical, right? Like you're already like, yeah, all right, here we go. So when we look at these big people like Polite, and once again, I don't think one person's behavior can absolutely, soil an entire community. But us in this fast food media society we live in, we just look for that one person who did it. And every time you project, oh, yeah, but Polite didn't. Umar still ain't built the school. It's just like people, they got their guns cocked.
Like I said, niggas always looking for something not to like.
And I think, I mean, the government is smart as hell. They put billions into intel and shit. And I think throughout time, you will always see like the powers that be, they'll find a word to place on somebody so you will totally disregard their message. And back in the day, it was heretic or witch or what I'm saying, conspiracy theorist. Or now it seems like anybody who's in that spiritual world, it seems like everybody allegedly getting hit with like children shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. To the point where you be like, is all these people messing with children? Right. Or is that the new scarlet letter to completely, because that's that thing that set everybody off, whether you black, white, Muslim, Christian, people who abuse children, they ain't got they can't justify. I mean, it ain't no justification to that. But if it's a lie, it's basically like that's one of them crimes that you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent type shit. You know what I'm saying?
So then that means we should be harder on the Catholics. Like every time a Catholic person, and a lot of us are, a lot of people are, when somebody says they're Catholic, they go, oh man, y'all child molesters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Automatically. Right. Now there's some real people who really feel like I believe in Catholicism. So once again, it's where your belief lies and where your perspective is. And everything is objective and subjective at the same damn time. When you have a high-powered information superhighway that's pumping people with all kinds of shit round the clock.
And then there will always be ways to try to defame somebody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, always, So you got to also wonder if some of these be tactics, like even that Hotep shit. And like, do they dirty words so that the people who are actually moving in light under that movement don't have the reception that they could have?
Right. I think we do it ourselves, though. I think our community does it. I mean, because we're good. Listen, we're good at dividing ourselves. Right? Light skin, black, dark skin, big back, small back, whatever. It's black people. There's a, what do you call it? A matrix of blackness. And we used to talk about this, Kamar, on the show. I don't know if you can remember. A very long time ago, I talked about there's a matrix of blackness, from all the way on the really high light, all the way down to the navy blue brother. And like everything in between, the chocolate brothers, a lot of us whose roots from other cultures show up. Brothers got, how you get that hair? How you dark skin with light brown eyes? Like sometimes the gene pool will put, but that person's still black. And we treat them, oh, you one of them dudes, right? So we divide ourselves. And I think black people just do that and because they want to be able to identify stuff. And so they say, oh, that's them woke ass niggas. I've heard so many people say that. Listen, I've gotten people ask me this question about the show. Like, Kev, you keep a bunch of them woke ass niggas on your show. I was like, what? Like, yeah, man, I be listening to your show, man. You be the only one on there that ain't woke. And I'm like, am I not woke? I didn't know I wasn't, because I don't say Grand Rising. I didn't think that meant I wasn't woke. You know what I'm saying? Like when people try to put titles.
Hey, look, now, and see how they would say that, right? Like, and they probably talking about me and Real or whatever.
I'm pretty sure they are.
You know what I'm saying? But then you got that, right? How he put us in that category. But then you got white folks, when they say woke, they talking about a whole different type of people.
Way out there.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about. A long time ago, I saw it going the wrong way. You know what I mean? And that's when I started making an issue with it. Like, hold on, Kev. Everybody ain't really the shit that they talk. You know what I mean? They think it's something different, and the shit is painted up all fucked up.
Well, one of the things for me is the familiarity comes from growing up in the church, because I know church people who were what we would call Bible thumpers, and they every day, 23 hours a day, they would say. You had to really find them on that 24th hour to figure out what the gig was. But they would talk down to people, all y'all worldly people, you sinners, and you're gambling, you're drinking, you're smoking, you're whoremonger. You don't hear that word no more, whoremonger. You're whoremonger, you're what they call it, idolaters. It was all these kinds, fornicators. There we go. That's another good one. Fornicating, right? Touching and agreeing. That's something different. But I use it as a thing. But I'm just saying, I watched that growing up, and I knew for a fact that some of these people who put on these frauds and these perpetrating acts were in fact frauds, because I would see them in the community, or I knew them, or my parents actually knew them. So I said, damn, they gave the people who were really saved, who were really about the word and about, spreading the word to people, they gave them a bad name. They gave them a bad look, because it made people say, I don't want to talk to you because you're just judgmental. You just want to judge me. And so, so I seen it there. So when Kamar used to tell me, hold on, Kev, when you saying conscious, don't try to put everybody under the bus, because everybody who says they're conscious is not conscious. There's a matrix.
Right. You got socially conscious.
Right.
And that could be all the shit that other people talk about when they talking about woke. Then you got spiritually conscious. You know what I mean? Well, we conscious about our spirit. We conscious about ourself. We got a little knowledge of self that we working on here. You know what I'm saying? So you got two different types of people. And a lot of the time, them other type of people have no clue about us.
I would hope that anybody who's spiritually conscious understood that it's such a personal thing, because there's no way I could really explain matters of the soul with a person, right? Like matters of my redemption and spirituality. Like that's hard to put into words if it was a true experience. So when you do witness to someone, I would hope that you expect skepticism. You know what I mean? Like somebody who hasn't experienced, like if somebody has an experience with divine intervention, and I don't know what people, I don't know if people know what that is, but if you've ever had a situation where there was only one way this thing was going to turn out, it would take a miracle for it to go another way, and it went that way, and you saw it and said, damn, where did this come from? Those kinds of divine intervention experiences that you just can't explain. I can't explain to you why or how it happened.
I could just tell you.
I can tell you about it, but
I can tell you what I think how it happened.
Right, but my expectation is for you to say, "Come on, Kev, for real." Like like I don't.
Yeah. You're gonna get a lot of pushback. You know what I mean? Because see, a lot of the time, the way we think is different than the way somebody. It's like we go against people's core beliefs. You know what I mean? Like the stuff people grew up learning, the stuff, it took a lot for us to come out of that. You know what I mean? And the way we live, the way we think, it go against people's core beliefs, the way they grow up. Like, oh, no, that ain't right. You're a heathen. You're a heathen. You worship the devil if you don't go to church and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not claiming to be, and I want people to understand this, I'm not claiming to be woke or conscious or hotep or any of that. I'm not saying I have this elevated sense or elevated existence. What I'm saying is, whenever you believe in something that other people don't understand, it's normal for them to criticize you and to doubt you. So you shouldn't feel uncomfortable in that regard.
Jesus.
Well, what I've always been my whole life is I'm an outside the box thinker, right? Like no matter what it is. And it's centered around what I personally want. So growing up, it didn't bother me if my food didn't look or wasn't fixed like somebody else. Why are you putting that on there? Because this is what I want, motherfucker. Eat your shit. Right? Like, why are you wearing that? Because this is what I like.
Perfect example is the Bible, man. The whole story in the Bible. That's the perfect example.
The story of Jesus is somebody who's revolutionary.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. You know what you up against. This is what I feel like the Bible was written for. So we understand the journey.
What I am though,
I got this new information. This new stuff. This new information that can help life. You know what I'm saying? Can help your way of life. But what I got to say, it go against your core beliefs. So since I'm going against your core beliefs and I'm telling you what you've been doing and what you've been knowing is wrong, you're going to attack me. You're going to get in defense mode. No, I ain't wrong. No, I ain't wrong. You wrong. And you know what I mean? And that's the story of the Bible.
But I think the whole point is I'm always willing to talk to people who are willing to talk. Like, you don't have to believe what I believe, right?
Right.
Like, I truly believe this. I could have a conversation with a white supremacist. I could. And they could explain their whole perspective about why they feel like white people are superior to us and whatever. If we're talking, I could have that conversation with them and I could articulately explain why I disagree and why I feel that they may be, in fact, inferior to us. You see what I'm saying? And so now if it was a situation where it had to escalate up into another movement, then I'm just saying if we were going to talk, because I'm always like, so if somebody's woke or conscious,
the problem is, can they take it? It ain't you. The problem is, can they take it? Can they take you giving them this new information that's going against their core beliefs? And 9 times out of 10, they can't. And they gonna get on defense mode and go against you.
And get their ass whooped.
That's all. If it go that far, you know what I mean?
But
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You're completely right. All I'm saying is you're completely right. You know what I'm saying? And it goes all the way back to the Bible. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't want the people listening to walk away from learning something because you have somebody prejudged. Right? Like, because a lot of times we as people of color, we hate prejudice, but we're prejudiced.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm myself included. I see some people I'm not gonna deal with. Like I'm like, nah, fuck them. I don't fuck with them. Right? And let's go here. I don't fuck with them. It's because of my perception of them. So I think we lose when we start doing that kind of stuff. We lose. And I want us to all kind of I want us to be able to really get together and empower ourselves. But until we're willing to listen to each other. Like, I always felt like if you took the large amount of black people who were Christians and the large amount of black people who were Muslims in this country and said, hey, the one thing we have in common, the common denominator is that we're all black. We'll put the religious aspects aside and form a governing body to do political action committees, to have special interest groups, to have lobbyists that'll serve our purpose. But we have never been able to do it because we're against each other. I remember vividly back in the days, I would talk to my partner and he was a staunch Nation of Islam. He was young. We were both in high school and he would always tell me, Kev, you still own the white man's Bible. Your slave master, his book that he handwritten is your life, your instructions to life. Right. And he would say, so you can't tell me nothing. You eat pork. And I would counter with him. Now, this is me being young then. You don't even know what you believe in because you can't tell me who Farrar Muhammad actually was, where he was from, and what happened to him. He was a door-to-door silk salesman who was chased out of several states because he was coming to people's doors with this false prophecy. I was young. Since then, I've gained way more understanding about the Nation of Islam, but this was my perception. All you want me to do is buy your bean pies and your newspaper. Get out of here. Farrakhan got a violin. He's a swordsman. This was my comeback to him. Right back then. Since then, the Nation of Islam and the black church have somewhat mended their fences. You hear Minister Farrakhan talk more about Jesus now than ever.
Jesus is in the Quran.
There we go. But that you wasn't hearing that back then, Kamar. You wasn't here,
right?
You know. And so he came when the minister came here. He was at a Baptist church, and the pastor took heed for it. Like, because them old Christians, them civil rights Negroes, like, no, you don't now. And he's like, nah. So my expanded knowledge of them now is, that's why it opened me up more to say pause when I say open me up. When I can have a conversation with anybody now, because the one thing I'm not trying to do is change your mind. I'm not trying to sell you a life plan. Look, I got these life plans. You need to buy one. In order to buy this one, you need to believe that. I'm not selling you shit. So if we have a conversation and you agree, fine. If you disagree, I say, I hear you, brother. Well, do you. That's the best way to end a conversation in the world. All right, well, just do you. I don't think it's after that. What else needs to be said?
Right,
and another thing, no, man, just do you. It's all good. Do I move how you want, brother? That's my personal perspective. That's why I can talk to in Orlando. Dion says Orlando used to be a Democrat. I've heard this many times. I've heard several accusations about why he's no longer a Democrat. I talked to Orlando, the man. If Charleston White, one thing that he's always said to me, I didn't like it when he wasn't talking just to me, but I didn't like it when he first said it. But when he said, yeah, I don't do Nipsey. I do Eramus. I don't do Nipsey. I don't do the character. I do the person. I do the man. I look at the man. I don't do the rap name. I don't do Boosie and whatever Boosie's real name is. So you got to look past all of the facades that people put up. Shady business, like I said. We look at this city right now. We know there's got to be some conspiring going on downtown. There has to be multiple corporate crimes being committed in this city right now. Blue collar crime. There's no way you can tell me that you justify building this couture luxury apartment. I seen some of the rent starting at $1,400 for these condos and up. Of course, they said there will be an affordable housing component to it. Right? I don't know if they're taking people straight out of Hillside, putting them in it. How do you build this in the city where the people are poor? The majority of the city, this is a majority minority city. So 40% of black people live below the poverty line. What says, what we should do? Build a luxury penthouse, a luxury skyscraper right downtown on the lake. Why would you do that? There has to be conspiring around it to say we're going to bleed this community and get rid of these people who live here. And Mayor Johnson tells you, my interest is to increase the population of Milwaukee. That's letting you know right there what he's trying to do. He's trying to get the wild counties to come on back down into Milwaukee. He's trying to get the white people that fled as soon as open housing was passed and you got white flight. He's trying to get them to come on home. He's telling you, he's literally Barack telling you there will be no black agenda. Did he mention one in his State of the City? Did he say he had a black agenda? I didn't hear him mention anything.
I don't even think he mentioned black people.
There you go, Kamar. There you go. Here's the tree. He didn't even mention us. In the streets, we say, nigga, please.
Fuck y'all.
Right.
I don't care. Y'all ain't even watching this shit.
You niggas probably ain't even voting.
You niggas ain't even watching this shit. What I gotta mention y'all for?
Get rid of y'all po ass. Y'all ain't gonna be around long. Keep on shooting. Keep on looting. Keep running up on my bump outs.
Yeah.
That's
the excuse too.
Yeah.
Get us out of there.
I mean, come on, man. That's when I heard this dude. I keep saying this. I can't because I was looking around like, am I getting punked? Like you never know nowadays. Like Kamar done got with MTV and shit. They punking me, right? this motherfucker says, yeah, the housing authority, they doing pretty good. Yeah. So I talked to somebody the other day. They said, they getting better. I'm like, nigga, they are literally being controlled by a third party because of their fraud practices, their fraudulent practices. You didn't even say, well, they facing some challenges and I'm looking to be an integral part of trying to figure this out and get the right people in place. No, he said they doing good. Shit, I heard somebody say they on track. Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, people don't pay 92% of the vote. My ass, man. Stop it, man. Stop it. He said he doesn't know he's black. Well, he might be one of those people because sometimes black people get to a level where they don't see color no more. I love it. I love when a black person say I don't see color. I say, what the fuck do you do at a stop sign? Because you can't see color. You don't know it's red. Red means stop. Your ass will cause plenty accidents. I'm just saying, man. Listen. He's ridiculous. He's ridiculous at this point. And I want my people to be aware of it. Ace Cooley said, "Damn, who y'all cussing out?" I'm trying not to make this. I'm not trying to make. I don't want to be angry when I talk about him. That's why I don't. You don't hear me like launch personal attacks on him. I don't call him names. We call him little buddy from time to time. That's just an inside joke.
That's cool.
Little
dude, he is little.
Right, he is a little dude, right? A little dude.
Little buddy, you know what I mean?
Little pocket
our little
Negro.
buddy, man. That's our
little pocket Negro. And you know they got the movie coming out about magical Negroes, which I'm going to the theater to see because we've been talking about magical Negroes for years.
Oh yeah, gotta see that.
But he's a magical Negro. Yeah, I don't know that. I figure he probably feel like, I've transcended the race because I'm the mayor of Milwaukee, right? And because he's obviously not rooted in truth and honesty and accountability. I just don't see this from him.
Make sure y'all be at the chamber next week since we are hosting that mayoral fundraiser for Cavalier. You know the chamber be fucking with people that everybody don't fuck with. Make sure y'all can pull up next week.
Yeah, I mean they gotta do that. They gotta do that. Name brand Negroes mess with name brand Negroes. Mama Jenkins said he never said nothing but fuck y'all. Did y'all see those niggers today? Which ones are we talking about? Mama Jenkins, don't get shadow banned, Mama Jenkins, because Mama Jenkins will go in. Earl Henning said a lot of missing rent money in City Hall. Man, who knows what's going on downtown? Yeah, listen, you talk about shady business. The people in Milwaukee have been lied to so many different times about so many different things. They absolutely right now don't know which way is up. Or as my mom used to say, they don't know their asshole from their elbow, right? Because you've been lied and misled, and people just be scratching their head when they get to talking about it. Like I think they said, wasn't they supposed to they just came out with a ban on food trucks on Capitol Drive, right? Like so, and I think this might be a public safety issue.
Is they saying a ban, period, or
a ban
just on a certain side of the street?
I didn't, we were reading the newspaper article last night, and it said from 76 west until the city limits. But the accident where the gumbo truck was hit was on Holton and Capitol, because that's a very popular area down there on East Capitol too.
Yeah, I saw that Westmoreland guy put that out there trying to.
Yeah, so now it just went into effect. It went into effect. So it's like, okay, we got a food truck ban, and I just feel like there's no solutions, just regulations. Yeah. Oh, we got murder. Okay, well, up mandatory minimums. Let's put a curfew in order. Oh, well, we got kids flunking out. Okay, well, fuck it. Add more space to the prison. Everything's punitive. There's no real solutions. I didn't hear this brother come with no solutions about what's going on in Milwaukee. I don't know how you could have felt good about what he said. Nothing that he said.
I mean, I think it always boils down to understanding who the plan is for. Like shit is on track. If we look at it for, I mean, let's say, like just from a real estate perspective, it's like it seemed like they trying to get money up. So I mean, as far as like making a tourist attraction, we got some sports teams here. They make downtown night. I mean, it's just I see the plan, and it looked like broke ass people don't fit in it. Like, what I'm saying? They're like, let's build this shit to bring that money back here.
So in essence, you're saying 40% of the population of this city doesn't fit into their future plans.
That's what I'm saying. Right. We've always been saying, identify who the plan is really for. Like, man, my grandfather, since I was a kid, he said, because he used to drive buses, he used to drive the 62 bus line. He said they gonna move all the black folks on the outskirts so that when shit jump off, they just cut the bus line. He said they did it in Chicago. I don't know if they did or not, but he was saying, he remember they did it in Chicago, like put the black folks at the end or on the outskirts, and then move the white folk towards the inner city, and then if shit jump off,
the city is where it's at, especially with technological advances. Right now, technology, we got this AI coming. We talking about modernized cities that do everything. Milwaukee, that's where they want the white people in the city, urban.
And my thing is, like, me just personally, I'm like, I see Milwaukee thriving like a motherfucker, so I gotta, like, my in my mind, it's like, okay, they trying to gentrify this motherfucker. Make sure your cigars is ready, because you know what I'm saying. Just like how people come to our community and get bread, it's like shit. I'm gonna stay in this community.
The majority of us gonna have to become sellers,
right? Because like when
consumers.
I was watching something about the Harlem Renaissance, and they said when all them white and Jewish people ran from Harlem because black folk was coming in, they didn't sell their shit. They just rented it to the incoming African American population at an exorbitant amount.
Right.
So my thing is, if you see the tide coming in, position yourself. Get this property so they renting from you for $2,500.
Right.
Get your businesses up and running so they come to buy my cigars, my wine, my books.
Right. And that's good. That's good game. What you're saying is real. That's crucial for black people to hear. I guess my issue is you have a mayor who looks like us, who wants our votes, who's not even including it. Once again, it is Obama all over again.
It's about the green.
He's telling you that there's nothing here for you, poor black people. But vote for me though. That's it. That's what I'm saying. If that 40% of the city doesn't vote for him, he doesn't win. So
there's a proverb I read before. It said, "The forest continued to shrink, yet the trees kept voting for the axe because the handle was made out of wood."
That's fucked up.
Woo! Say it again, real.
Right there.
Yes.
I'm kind of high. That took a lot for me to.
That was a good one.
The tree had bought a hatchet from True Value, and then they were selling it at Walmart. And then you know Paul Bunyan came through and smoked them all.
But shit, my thing is, I see what's coming, and it motivates me. Okay, get my cigars going, get my wine going, get my health and beauty shit going, so that I'm popping off like support. So that's my plan.
I guess for me, and once again, I can't take any liberties on the fact that we should be okay. My family, we should be okay. You know what I mean? I can't take solace in that because so many of my people are gonna suffer.
Well, Kev, that's true. But the thing is also your job is to take care of your family first.
Always.
You know what I mean? And that's it right there. You know what I mean?
And we've been talking about how this is coming for so long.
Right.
And
so what we're doing is teaching.
People, like, the fact of the matter is we may not be able to just go out and purchase some property to get ready for them. But if we know this shit is coming, maybe 10 people can get together and purchase a property to get ready for them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if the writing's on the wall, the information is the information. All you can do is do what you can with that information.
Right.
Because people ain't down to come.
We teach them by example. You know what I mean? You teach by example. If people ain't gonna listen, them the people that can't come. We talk about it all the time, man.
Marcus Garvey. Some of y'all be no good in the United States.
But this is what he meant.
Right. You wasn't good in the States, you can't get on the boat.
You know what I
Brittany,
mean?
what was you trying to add to it?
I was going to say that, a lot of this, it'd be like, with tax money, it'd be so many of us that get a couple G's, 4, 5, 6. And you just need 4 people to come together at that, but 2, 3. And, y'all can go do something.
I knew some sisters that they each used to get about 15 G's a piece. It was 3 of them. And that's like, dog, that's 45 G's. Y'all ain't grab no property this year for her, and then next year for her, and then these could be some little $30,000 cribs that in the hood that do need some work. Start with something, A lot of times, a lot of times we lack resources, but then other times we lack a plan.
Yeah.
Let me catch the chat room.
Yeah.
Mama Jenkins says, she said, Mama Jenkins said, Lil Buddy, David, Gwen, and old ass Tony.
Damn.
Dion said, Kev, what you think about charging a 10-year-old as an adult? The 10-year-old who murdered his mom is going through trial right now, and it's a bunch of stuff, bunch of issues here. And one of the things is that people are saying he is not receiving the supportive services he should be because he's been charged as an adult. And what do you do with a 10-year-old kid in this system that committed such an adult crime? And And they're saying if he's given life, he's going to have to go to something like Wales or any other juvenile facility and stay until he's 18 and then go into the adult system. I said this before, and I've kind of softened my stance on it just a little bit, but not a whole lot. I do think this 10-year-old needs to be put in a secure facility for the next at least 10 years and given intensive psychological services, mental health services. I think he needs it. I think the crime that he committed was heinous. And I think that there's a part of him as a 10-year-old that maybe somewhere deep down inside didn't really grasp the gravity of what he did. But I think his intent and his pronounced intentions and his history of violent behavior indicates that this is an individual who should not be amongst us. He should not be in the community. He should not be around other children his age. I think he should be charged as an adult with some conditions. I think he should be right now charged as an adult because murder is a capital offense. You murdered your own mom, and it was premeditated. I know he's 10, but I think he should be charged as an adult, but treated like a 10-year-old in the system. Meaning, give him a sentence, but make sure he goes into a facility that serves juveniles and make sure he gets the services that he needs. I know it's a lot of legal wrangling going back and forth, but I do believe he should be charged as an adult. How y'all feel about this?
Well, that's the problem. It ain't nothing. They ain't got nothing in place for him.
That's it. Okay.
You know what I mean? They ain't got nothing in place for him. They just finna lock him up, and that's it. We'll see how he is when he get out.
If he gets, I don't know that he should be. Right now,
I'm just saying, he probably won't. I'm just saying that. You know what I mean?
Look,
that's how we're looking at it.
Yeah. Kamar, it's hard. It's a child involved.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
10 years old. Like these are the kinds of hard decisions we must make as a community because we have to set a precedent for how we treat these young people who are habitual line steppers. And I'm talking about violently, not just being an asshole like myself, but being violent, killing, robbing, destroying other people, taking lives, flying through stoplights, killing grandmothers and 11-year-olds. This kind of shit got to be removed from the community. And if you do this and you're young, you need to face the consequences for it. I can't read this expression. I've never seen this one before. What's your feel on this? The 10-year-old, how should he be charged?
Oh man, shit! I'm just sitting here thinking like, damn, that boy never see the light of day. But at the same time, if you have the capacity to kill your mother, ain't nobody safe. That's some Michael Myers type shit.
Yeah.
But then I also think like I'm becoming a little. I don't know if it's as I get older, but I'm becoming a little colder, especially even in regards to kids. Like when I had to go to that class today, so when I called to check in on home, my lady had just told me it was some kids in our backyard that she caught trying to fuck with our trampoline. But then when they ran, she went outside and noticed that my kids' scooters and shit was gone. So, you know what I'm saying? And we're getting more and more renters on my block. And like you were saying, not to sound uppity, but yes, to sound uppity. More renters on my block equals more bullshit because it's just the influx of back and forth people. So I'm kind of biased when it comes to these kids because like right now, if you a kid, my daughter 9, we just had a profound ass conversation walking to her bus stop this morning. And I didn't even realize it was as profound until today when I came home. I said, hey, baby, how was school? Did you have anything you learned that stood out? And she was like, yeah, what we talked about this morning when you told me increasing my knowledge increases my value. Because I just told her how, expanding your knowledge, expand your value and I use the analogy of a plumber and electrician. And I'm like, if you just a plumber, you only catching sink broke money. But if you a plumber and an electrician, now you got more avenues. I said, so that's just a tiny explanation of how knowledge increases skill set, which increases value. So she's 9 and understood that shit and retained it when she came home. So that 10-year-old was well within comprehension of knowing what he did was wrong. These kids in my backyard, knew they wasn't supposed to be in nobody's backyard, and if they got fucked up, fuck they parent hollering and crying about how they baby shouldn't have been done like this.
That's why you need a big ass dog. I bet
I hate that. I don't like animals now. I get some chickens.
I bet you they won't jump in that yard next time. You got
I
a
was
big
thinking
ass
about just getting
Rottweiler
a
in there.
fence and putting beware of it. I don't want to lie. I don't want to put like beware of dog. So if I just put beware, I'll let people assume what the fuck is back there and stay out my yard.
I would a fence, a tall fence with a lock on, like just
I don't want to have to shoot nobody.
You don't want to have to do something to a kid.
But it's like I'm fed up with they done bust my lady's Volkswagen hatchback window. That motherfucker about to cost a little bit to fix. You know, because I'm the only one on the block who haven't put a fence up yet. So they cut through my yard because you know it's a park in my front.
Caller, I need you to cut your background down. Courtney, you a mother, you got little boys. If it's a 10-year-old, should he be charged as an adult?
And you know, I really do think it's a difference in children, because I feel like, you know, the profound conversation he had with his daughter, not all children are retaining that information like that. Not all children are having profound conversations. So clearly that kid had some issues. She was trying to help with the issues. But like you said, I feel you know what you were doing. You know what your intentions were. So you need to be locked up and be put in a facility. Like you said.
Charged as an adult though, because this is the thing, was should we charge him as an adult?
Damn.
That nobody wants to do it, but the crime he committed.
I mean, because if we charge you as a child, what do you get charged with? Like, what does that mean?
A homicide, first degree intentional homicide, premeditated.
No, I said when you charge as a child.
Well, because if you're charged as a juvenile, first of all, the record is sealed. Your juvenile records are sealed, and you won't get as harsh a time. Like charged as a juvenile could possibly open him up to maybe going until he's, 19. So that means
he should probably go ahead and be locked up, and and then we see them documentaries on Lifetime of the people that's been locked up since they was kids. We'll just catch him on one of them and see how he doing.
Yeah. Well, time will tell. I got a caller on the line. Caller, what's on your mind?
Hey man, I will. This is Jeff, man. I wanted to speak on what Rail said, man. I got a question for you cats, man. Like Rail was talking about, how he talked to his daughter when he was going to school. So do you guys consider that like Black privilege, and the fact that his daughter got a dad around who's able to show her life and show her the game that, hey, this is your value, this is this. But, you take a 10-year-old, bro, let's be real. A 10-year-old, a boy, is not capable of making a life change.
I'm just merging, y'all. Be cool. I know people care what happened. Just merging.
When Rail's talking about with his daughter, bro, you look at these kids who don't have that leadership or that guidance, man, and do you just throw them to the wind, or do you sit there and say, man, somebody should have did something for them? At the end of the day, dude, that society that you take a 10-year-old and you institutionalize that little dude, that dude is going to be fucked up. That's just what it is.
Some would argue that he's already fucked up.
Hey, but okay, so what do? Execute him then? Hey. What do you do?
So you got that side. We can look at it. We can look at it that way. We can look at it that way, but then you also can look at it like, what kind of message is that sending?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because that's like one of the most.
I hear you though, but bro,
that's one of the most harshest. That's one of the most harshest.
Let him finish.
All right.
That's one of the most harshest crimes you can commit. Is murder, right? And then to be able to take your mama life. You know what I mean? That's like at any age, you know what I'm saying? I think that should be dealt with as harsh as it can be dealt with. Now, I ain't talking about a kid. Listen. Let me finish. I ain't talking about a kid stealing a car. I ain't talking about a kid at the store getting caught stealing or something like that. I'm talking about a child that's taking lives. You know what I mean? Now, if you don't handle them right, he gonna get out of jail and do it again. Because he didn't learn he may not learn his lesson. I get what you're saying, though. I don't disagree. You know what I mean? I don't agree
But,
or
but
disagree
I have
with
a
what I'm saying
question.
because I feel like every situation is different. But with murder, I think you have to charge that with the harshest, unless it was some kind of accident. That wasn't an accident.
All right.
Now, Jeff, I want you to answer, and then I got another call on the line. So I just want you to be aware we got. So go ahead.
I just want to make this real quick there because I don't.
You don't
got to
hang up. I just want you. You don't got to hang up. I'm just saying.
No. I hear you, boss. I don't want to compare humans to animals, but I want to say this, man. If you have a puppy, man, that you never train right, and that dog start killing you, dog, society say you euthanize that dog and you keep moving, right? Because he wasn't trained right. Do we do the same things with humans on the realm of society because he wasn't trained right? It's a question. I'm not saying I feel that way. I'm asking a question.
Okay, and I want to give you an answer to that question. Caller, I got another caller. Caller, what's on your mind?
Man, what's happening?
What up, Sean? Sean Moore, what it do?
Man, what it do?
Peace.
I was really calling to bless y'all with my presence, but I see I time in at the right time at this exact moment. Look at there. What's happening, doctor? What's happening, bro?
Peace.
What it do, man? What it do?
Is Real on here too? Because I look Facebook.
Oh yeah.
He's on here.
What's happening, Professor?
Juice Lady in the building too.
I'm just saying, is he? Are you not looking at the screen? What you doing?
I was about to listen. I just said I wasn't watching on Facebook. I was doing some work.
Okay.
And I was taking a break. I said, let me check on the family. You know what I mean? So don't get don't do that. I know where you work at.
Okay.
I know where you work at.
Whatever.
See you for lunch. Anyway. So I want to go back. I think I was born, but there was a time when people committed murder. They got life for 25 years. They were rehabilitated while they were doing this time, and a lot got out and were really productive citizens. Right. Fast forward to now, we see two little white girls take their friend in the woods and try to chop them.
Slender Man.
Like they salad. Try to chop her like she's salad.
Right. Slender Man, yeah.
They go to the hospital. It's been 11 years. They out now, right? How is it that they can be rehabilitated when their crime was just as horrendous?
It wasn't murder, so it wasn't
Hold on.
It wasn't murder though.
And egregious, but they intended to murder.
But they did murder. He did murder. He succeeded.
They intended to. Hold on, KB. An inch or half a centimeter, whatever, artery gone. We're talking about the intent here, right?
No, we talking about the crime. One is murder and one's not.
And Kamar will tell you crimes are based off intent, right? He had the intent to kill his mother. They had the intent to kill their friend. But they were given treatment, and society said, okay, we can give them we can give them another chance. They don't want to rehabilitate this child. They want to lock him up for 40, 50 years get about $30 million off of him.
So what? Lock him up.
That's a slave.
That's it, bro.
Listen, you keep talking about intent. He killed his mother. We can't. Slender Man is one thing. They may have intended, but they didn't murder. It wasn't a murder case. This is a homicide trial, meaning someone actually lost their life. We're not talking because there's premeditated murder and then there's manslaughter. Manslaughter is accidental murder. This ain't that.
So,
he didn't hit her with a car.
Would that be premeditated though? Because the Slender Man shit was premeditated. Like his shit was like I'm right on the spot. Like fuck it, I'm finna go get
I was in Wales with somebody who killed his mother and his sister. And he was in Wales.
He was in Wales. That's where this kid will be.
Hey, no. No, they want to send him to prison.
No, they don't.
Oh, they're saying they want him to go to the juvenile facility until he's 18.
Listen, man, and then he's gonna. That's what they say until he's 18.
And then he go to prison.
Why are they trying to wait to adult court? That ain't no juvenile prison sentence.
To expedite the process. Because if you go to,
he can go to adult court.
That's to expedite the process, Sean.
System,
no, it is.
You gonna tell me the process?
Because I worked in juvenile justice. I worked in juvenile justice. I've been at the Vale Phillips court. I know how it works. There's way more.
Once they waive you, I got waived.
What I'm saying is, adult court expedites the process. You go into prison. You're go. Juvenile court is going to give you paper and send you home with a bracelet and do all of these programs. Adult court ain't doing that. It's about whether your ass going to the penitentiary or not. It's expediting the process.
And they're trying to send him through adult court.
So he can go to a juvenile facility, though. They're not going to send him to Waupun. They're going to send him to Lincoln Hills or Wells or whatever.
Listen. KB, as soon as he reaches a certain age, he's going to prison.
Yeah, he's going to go to the adult prison once he turns 18. He's going to Waupun.
Right.
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
Right.
Truth and lies, right.
Huh? What's wrong with it, Sean?
But I got a question that Bill brought up.
There's no chance for this kid to be treated. There's no chance for this kid.
How do you know? How do you know what their treatment plan gonna be? How you know?
Let me. What you mean? Because I.
This ain't you. This is him. That was 30 years ago. That was 40 years ago.
That wasn't no 40 years ago.
When you went as a juvenile, how long was it? 30 years ago?
Listen, man, I'm talking about.
That was under the Old Testament.
Wait a minute. How old is you, Sean?
Right, 150,000.
That was 30 years ago.
Welcome back to the show.
I just don't. Shit, I wish it was 30 years ago.
How long ago was it? Elaborate.
I got out in 2000.
No. When you went as a juvenile, what year was that?
Oh yeah, shit, that was a while ago.
What's a while? What's a while? Quantify that. We didn't even have a new jail yet.
But I know
Harold Breyer was the police chief when you went to jail.
I know that when he reaches a certain age, he's going to prison. Whereas if it was somebody of a different color, man, it wouldn't be like that. You know, they would be talking about, oh, he has a mental illness, he needs some help. Let's see if we can fix his issue.
Right.
You know what I mean? But no, us, you know, hey, listen, he needs to be locked up, and instead of us saying, well, y'all done locked little Becky up, we acquiesce to that shit. Yeah, you're right. We need to lock that little motherfucker up too. Well,
why do people always black people kill me with this? Every time something happens, there's no argument here. Black people kill me with this. Every time something happens, the first thing we say is white people don't and the white man don't. Who cares about Becky?
No,
this dude killed his mother, lock his ass up. This ain't racist.
Listen. We don't polarize or put their shit under a magnifying glass like we put our shit.
Some of us do. Some of us do. You can't speak for everybody. Some of us do.
Put our shit. They'll put our shit under a magnifying glass, and we start holding the motherfucking glass as tight as they are.
Mike Epps had a classic joke with this.
Put everything back.
Mike Epps had this. He had this beautiful joke about. He said, "I be trying to act like I hate white people so bad, especially around other black people." And he said, "I'm ready to sell out. I don't care about what white people do. I care that a 10-year-old who murdered his mother needs to be removed from our community before he murders somebody else. If he goes to prison and he gets the services that he needs, so be it. If he doesn't, he can keep his ass in jail. It is what it is.
Well,
Okay.
That's hard.
Were you as vocal about Slender winning them?
I was vocal about them.
because
I was vocal about them getting time, but they didn't murder anybody, so I didn't think they should have got a sentence that a murderer would get.
What about this? What about a sentence that attempted murderer would
they're
get?
definitely
That's
trying to
40
kill
years.
somebody. I mean, it was attempted like a motherfucker.
That's 40 years.
But okay, but it's not murder. We talking about murder. We ain't talking about attempted murder. If it was attempted murder, I say let him out when he was 18.
That's 65% of what they should have got.
I don't got time to be arguing with you, Sean Moore. I don't got time to be arguing with you tonight. You got to call earlier in the show. You got to call. Don't call at the end and take up all the end time.
Bro, I was doing shit.
Well, I
That got nothing to do with us. That's the personal problem, Sean.
right.
Everybody talking you, Juice Lady, because
I'm just saying.
Bro, I'm coming to see you. You ain't got to keep on saying nothing.
Bring some bagels. Take her some bagels when you go see her. It was her
Thanks,
birthday.
yeah, bring
It was
some
her
snacks.
I'm gonna take some bagels. I'm gonna throw them hard ass bagels.
Don't be like that.
With the poppy
Go
seed.
get some bagels,
And then they gonna lock your ass up, and I'll be like, he's a 50-year-old throwing bagels. He needs to be removed from society. Lock his ass up for assaulting people.
That's
with
right, Kev.
You wanna know why they ain't gonna do nothing? Because they already know I got a motherfucking problem.
Right. That's all the reason more. They're gonna put your ass in Wales and Lincoln Hills because you're so little. They're gonna be like, we thought he was 12. he got to be this tall to go in Waupun. He didn't reach the line. You must be this tall to enter this ride, goddammit. I keep telling y'all I'm 50. They got me in the juvenile facility. It's some bullshit. You'll be the only dude in St. Charles, man. Come on, man. Let me read my damn chat room. Hold on. Mama Jenkins said, look at all that money that Biden is giving the city to redo 6 from North Avenue to National, right in the areas to fuck up Hillside. They're going to tear that boys club down where he spoke today. Downtown belonged to them. Daddy gave a testimony yesterday. I think he's a dangerous little motherfucker. I think she talked about the mayor. Mama Jenkins, and she also added, she said, these are some badass little kids, and most of them need to be locked up and given a book with assignments. Damn, give them a coloring book and make them stay in the hole 24/7.
You don't need no motherfucking coloring book.
Right, most of them can't color. They be all outside the line. Earl Henning said in the hood, everybody should have a camera system. Mama Jenkins says, put a fence up and sign to stay out or come in at your own risk. She said, look at that kid. Look, that kid knew what he was doing. Look at what he did after he killed her. He went on and bought the fucking game, she said. Earl Henning said he should be
a psychopath a little bit, no?
Earl Henning said
that nigga had enough sense to use her credit card, go on motherfucking Amazon and order what he wanted.
He might not have used credit card. He might just grab their phone. All that info is already in there.
Michael had enough sense to do that.
Michael
But still don't mean you ain't crazy.
Hold on, y'all.
Hold on. You ain't crazy.
Hold on. Let me finish reading the chat room.
Hey, one more thing. I know a whole bunch of grown motherfuckers can't do that.
Yeah, they don't know how to get in the damn phone.
Now.
Earl Henning said he should be. Hold on, Sean. Earl Henning said he should be 90 when he gets out. Sonya Thrower said, why did he kill his mother? Because a bunch of reasons, but he said the ultimate deal breaker was when she wouldn't buy him some VR glasses off Amazon.
He said, I'm tired of this shit.
Mama Jenkins said what I said. That boy murdered his mother. Okay. Right. Ewok says some people get more time for attempted murder than others get for murder. Sonya Thor said, who gave birth? She said he killed his mother who gave him birth. Earl Henning said they are white in white constant. He's talking about the Slender Man girls. I'm trying to catch the chat room. Erica Hunt says, hey, Outlaws. How you doing, Erica?
Hey.
Question came up, Erica, were you still in Minnesota? Somebody asked you.
Dion was looking for you.
Dion was looking for you. Scratching, she said, scratching my head.
Still doing union stuff. There we go.
Yeah, what are they talking about? Everything and nothing at all. That's what the show is about. Everything and nothing at all. He said White Wisconsin is looking into the process of building 3 new state-of-the-art prisons. She said 3 new prisons, but we still can't fix our homelessness crisis. A 10-year-old killed his mama. Yes, he did. This was about 2 years ago, y'all. Y'all help me out with the date.
I think it was about a year.
Now.
Oh, he 12 now,
About a
so it
year
was
and
2
a half.
years. Yeah, okay.
Oh, 2 years? Okay.
Yeah, so this little dude, you know, hey, I'm saying we have to get the black community has to make up his mind. We gotta draw a line in the sand and stop making excuses for these badass little kids. Look, it's unfortunate you didn't know your dad. Like, I was thinking when Jeff asked, "Is
he
it
had a
black
question
privilege?"
still.
When he said, "Is it
That's
black
my
privilege
question.
that your
That's my
daughter?"
question.
Right. So I'm answering it. I don't think it's black privilege, but I definitely think it's beneficial for that little girl to have her dad as a father. I can count on my hands and feet, and I got 10 on each limb, so that's at least 20 the times when I was there for my kids at a crucial point. I was there at a crucial time to help them figure it out. That's what your job is as a parent. I don't know that it gives us black privilege, but it definitely benefits his daughter to be up, and she will do this, Rel. And I don't, because you got grown sons, right?
Yeah.
I have a grown daughter, and my daughter can reflect back right now to times when she was 7 or 6 and say, "Dad, I remember this, that,
bro.
and this, and that." And I can tell how beneficial. She thanks me and says, "I thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being my father." She do it on Instagram. She do it on Facebook. So I can tell you it's very beneficial for a little girl to have her father there. Go ahead, Jeff.
So that's the question I'm asking you, man. And I'm speaking from this, man. I respect what you do, Kev, because I could never do that shit because I ain't got that patience for that shit like that. Like I say, I got 5 boys from 33 to 17, man. And the point that I'm making of what Rails said, man, was like, bro, when a dude break in my backyard and steal a bike or he steal whatever he steal from there, dude, it's on this. Like, Kev, you been in that system, I will promise you this. If I was still in Milwaukee, you would never see my son in that system, bro. That's my responsibility. There is no they, it's me. Bro, you got to be responsible for what's going on with your kids. You got to teach them. You got to raise these young things. Everybody talk about, oh, man, I was a single parent. I put a nigga in the NFL. But how many people put niggas on the streets, though, bro? You got to take personal responsibility, in my opinion. And that's what I'm asking y'all. That's why I'm asking the question, bro. Y'all in the community, y'all do that, man.
Hey, let me ask you a question, sir. I want to ask you a question.
My question is this. Like when Kev was talking about the 10-year-old kid, man, and y'all say that, man, you know, that kid should go to prison. What's going to happen to him, man?
Okay.
Same thing that happened to everybody else to go to prison.
That's your question.
But
Come on, go ahead.
Yeah.
The same thing that happens to everybody else that make the wrong decision to go to prison. I just said earlier, this kid knew how to take his mama phone and go on Amazon and find what he wanted, and then order it. He had plenty sense first. You know what I mean? And then like you said, you know, like parents gotta. You said parents gotta take accountability for teaching their kids the right way. Do you think my mother taught me the right things?
Man, I can't speak on you.
I'm asking you. I'm just asking you a question.
I'm sure.
I ain't saying I ain't nothing to get mad at. I'm just asking you a question. Do you think my mother taught me?
I don't know. I can't speak on it. I don't know.
I think she tried.
Well, what I'm saying is, I went to prison, right? I went to prison. Prison ain't always bad. Mm-hmm. But to my point was, just because a parent can teach their kids the right thing. Some kids tend to do the wrong thing when they get out the house. They make their own decisions still. You know what I mean? Like every once in a while, my child blows my mind. Like I didn't think she would do that. You know, you dig what I'm saying? Like, I mean, so we can't just. Listen. I'm just saying we can't just say that parents ain't teaching their kids. I'm just saying we can't say parents ain't teaching their kids.
I don't think he's saying that, but I personally think I would have been different if I had a dad around. You know what I'm saying? I personally think if there would have been a male figure,
make a difference.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have did half the shit I did. Because I know when I lived with my brother, I wasn't stealing his car the way I was stealing my mama's car. You know, all the shit I was doing with my mom, I definitely didn't do while I was staying with my brother. You know,
Go ahead, Sean.
And bro, I want y'all to know, I don't have a dog in the fight, man. This is all I'm gonna say, and I'm a ass artist, and I'm gonna hang up the phone when I say this, man. That I've always taught my sons, man. Just between a boy and a man is a boy does what he can, a man does what he want to do because he's responsible for his actions. So with that being said, I have a problem when we say that a 10-year-old can make a lifelong decision, bro. Good, bad, right, wrong, immoral, whatever it is, bro. That's all.
Nobody's saying they can make a lifelong decision, but we just saying that they know right from wrong.
Hold on, Sean. I don't want everybody talking over each other. Jeff, is that the entirety of your comment? Because I know you want to get your whole.
I'm done, bro. Yep.
Okay.
Finished. I'm gonna hang up. I'm good.
Now, I don't think we saying. You know what I mean? I don't think we saying that. What he getting at, man? I think he kind of off a bit. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we could teach our kids the right things, but you know what I mean? It only take a few seconds to make the wrong decision and do something.
See, I
hold on, real. Let me get Sean
because
I had told Sean he could go. I'm trying to
sure.
keep order. Go ahead, Sean.
So with this kid thing, man, my thing ain't about kids none of that, right? My thing is about justice. I just, our justice system picks and chooses how they deliver justice, and I just want the same treatment for everybody, regardless of color or what, right? If you did it, damn it, go do time. If you get back out, hope you learn your lesson. Leave me the fuck alone. You got Jeff. I want to say something about what he said. He said a man do what he want to do. No, a fool do what he want to do. A man
do what he's supposed to do. Yeah.
Right. A man do what he's supposed to do. Only a fool do what he want to do, knowing the consequences of his actions.
Okay, now I do want to say this before I give Rail his chance to get the floor. Just because, and I've never, ever doubted that our justice system is uneven, especially in conviction rates and even prosecution of our racial counterparts being white people. We know even the conviction rates here in Wisconsin is disproportionate like a motherfucker. But I'm not going to say I'm going to circumvent circumstances for this little boy because the system has flaws. I'm going to say, no, in this case, let him run the gamut. It is what it is. You pull your pants down, put some Vaseline on your booty, and you run backwards through a cornfield. And if you get pregnant, it's your fault because you shouldn't have ran backwards through the cornfield. And I don't know if that metaphor makes sense. I was trying to be deep like Rails with the wood and the axes. I know. I was just trying. I'm trying to be competitive. Listen, let me catch my chat room. Erica, think about how stupid that was, right? You're gonna ponder on that shit. Erica Hunt said, yes, I'm back in town. I was helping with thousands of workers on strike on the front line for 3 days and also training to learn how to build out MKE unions. She said 36 hours of striking for a better contract was well worth it. SEIU Wisconsin making moves. Mama Jenkins said the system did not fail this kid. She said he was in a home and the mother worked, and I'm sure the father was paying child support. He appeared to look as if he cared for his son. The boy need to go to the mental institution for help and continue his life in a cell and think about what he did. Taking a life is jail time, and you should be put out of society. That's Mama Jenkins. Hold on. Sonia Thrower said, you right, Mama Jenkins. Shabaka St. Core. Shabaka, where are you? Oh, he's in Denver with Shay and Kruma. So are y'all going on tonight? Because if so, I definitely got to see this one. She said, haha, Eric, I'm blaming you union folks for Mayor Johnson because y'all support him because y'all endorsed him. So all you
make sure y'all come to that chamber event since y'all support him. It's floating around the event.
Speaking of, I got a question because
don't ask me no chamber questions. I know that.
Hold on till let me read the chat room because then everybody be complaining I'm behind. So y'all just chill for a second.
You do be behind.
Right, see, there you go. Bullshit don't stop. Now, see, this is how you end up running back through a cornfield. You know what I'm saying? Shabbat says, getting ready to head back to Sin City when the snow stops. Okay. He said, Jeff Crape said, I love y'all stance. I don't agree, but I love the conversation. Erica said, Deborah Jenkins Simmons, that's right. Addiction and trauma can cause a 10-year-old to make the wrong decision. Okay, now, Sean, you have Real. Did I give you a shot to go?
Oh, no, but I'm cool.
Go ahead. Well, Sean can wait. He got his own show. Go ahead.
I was going to say, just looking at the thing, if a person is able to kill their mother, I believe they are a definite danger to others in society. Like, because Jeff had used the analogy of the dog getting euthanized. And my thing is, even if the dog was trained against his will to be vicious, the fact of the matter is, because it's a danger to society, it is dealt with accordingly. Right. So even with a child, if you're able to take your mother's life and then continue to do what you wanted to do, that sounds like that might just be the beginning of a sociopath. You know, they able to reason why they do what they do. He looked at me and I thought it was weird, so I stabbed him in the neck. Like you know, it'd be like, hey, let's remove this person from society and hopefully get
to them that make perfect sense.
Exactly. You know, let's get them some help. Let's reevaluate them in 10 years and see where they are. But for right now, in this condition, it would be probably best for society to remove a person who can kill their own mother.
At least for the time being. For the next 20, 18, 30, 40 years.
I agree.
Sean, go ahead.
I agree with Real.
Can't remember? You forgot it. He said, motherfucker.
This some bullshit. I'm telling y'all did shit purposely. I heard I remember now. And I heard the little crack about he got his own show, Mr. Motherfucker.
Yeah, there you go. Barnes, it's Barnes. Motherfucker was my father.
Mr. Barnes.
Motherfucker was my father. Get it? He fucked my mother. Never mind.
I'm not trying to start that. I'm not trying to start that, though.
Rail said it's even funnier when he thought about it. See, Rail said, I said, Mr. Motherfucker was my father. You see, my mother. But go ahead.
Aren't the automatic racists supposed to be bipartisan?
No, because that's definitely a partisan. You either Republican or you Democrat with that.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Michael Harper, who's running for county comptroller and actually has some serious traction. That's a nonpartisan position, but no, some like aldermen, yeah, they got to pick a side. And you had told me we were going to do something with Randy. I don't want to put it out there, but do we need to talk after the show? What's going on?
What's happening, Sean?
We can talk after the show.
Okay. I don't want to say nothing wrong. Shit.
What you say, Juice Lady?
No, I was trying to see what was going on. We talking after the show or what?
You know what? You had the opportunity to come on the show and find out personally, but you want to.
I told you I'm on spring break next week. I'm on there next week. Wow. Hold on. Okay. Where'd that come from?
You gonna call my show and get on one of my co-hosts for not coming on your show? That's some bullshit. You call my show and get at one of my co-hosts for not coming on your show. You came on my show.
But that's not why I originally called.
No, but you did it. It happened while you was here. It's like you didn't come to the house to break the glass, but you've broken it now. So what's going on, man? What's happening?
You've broken it now.
Okay, I'll pay for it. How much?
Well, Courtney ain't for sale.
Yeah, she's glass.
She's not for sale.
Regular fucking glass.
Oh, now she's just regular glass. Courtney, you see how he feels. Don't go on this show. Problem solved.
I see how you get it.
So now you comparing Courtney to dime store glass.
You said it. You said.
Oh wow.
You said it. You said it ain't like she's stained glass. She just Dollar Tree glass.
Whoa.
I didn't say
go back and listen to the show.
I didn't say nothing about she. I said it's not like it. ITS.
Now you see why my wife said I'm a habitual line stepper. You just starting shit. You just starting shit, Kevin. Damn, it's on your mind.
Shit for nothing, though.
Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Erica said, yes, we do. I'll be there, Courtney. She said we're hosting an event to show our solidarity for Mayor Chevy, March 23rd. Solidarity for
Solidarity.
Shady.
You heard that word. Say it again, Kim.
What do you say? Bullshit? I thought I heard her say stupid shit. Shady shit? Shady business? No, she said solidarity for Chevy. Really? Oh my God. Black people, same old shit. This that Obama shit all over. Yeah, let's vote for him. There will be no black agenda. I'm still gonna vote for him. Get the fuck out of here, man. Holy shit. Solidarity. Man, if I don't.
Who else did it to vote for?
Not him. Charlie Wilson.
I'm asking you to
Boy
tell the
George.
people, bro.
David King, anybody. Why would you vote for somebody who don't give a
Hold
damn
on.
about you? Look, and I know you was on the picture with him, Sean. I saw your picture with him.
No,
You heard what Vince said. Vince said you was getting paid off.
Sean always getting caught up.
Vince put you on blast.
The other young lady who was a candidate.
He did put you on blast.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, because nobody knew about the picture. He said, "Yeah, your guy was on there with him and David."
Oh,
yeah, he did put you on blast.
I'm the one who put the picture up.
Right.
Hey, that shit was hilarious.
It was.
That shit was
After
hilarious.
Vince brought it up, he put it up and shit. He put it. Oh, I put it up. That Vince said, "No, check this picture out, y'all."
You sent me the picture. You sent me the picture after the show.
What had happened was, call it. We got to call it.
Hey, I said I'll be there.
What's up, Outlaws? How y'all doing tonight?
We are doing well, Erica. How you doing?
Dang, you have to completely throw me under the bus like that about Mayor Shedd. You know, I'm all about holding people in power accountable.
But you said solidarity for man. You said that like it was a battle cry.
It's your job, kid.
Hey, I'm proud to be in the position that I'm in, and if we got somebody that might can hear us out or listen to us, why not voice your opinion?
He doesn't care about us. He just proved it to you. He's proven it to us throughout his reign or whatever you call it. It's just
his reign.
He don't care. What? Okay, you said solidarity for him. You said solidarity for him. Tell me what part of the State of the City address did he talk about us or the well-being or the preservation of us or the empowerment of us? What part of his speech did he speak to us for what solidarity did he have in mind for us?
Well, you know, I missed that part. But anyhow,
no, it wasn't a part.
Well,
I'm here to tell you, I watched the whole thing. It wasn't a part. There is no part that states that. So Sean took the picture and took the money, and you got solidarity for him.
I remember he took the money.
Hold on, wait.
Vince Tony, call in.
Oh my God.
I'm late. Listen,
Sean got mad, said you old ass gang member.
10-year-old killed their mama.
Now you know I'm only 3 blocks away from Vince Tony. Don't have that.
You better
Don't
leave him
have that.
alone. You said he's a gang member. You gonna go over there and get your ass whipped by his soldiers.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have Sean high for Vince. Go ahead, Erica. I'm sorry. I'm on some bullshit. Go ahead.
That's okay. I'm entertained, and I'm almost done for the evening myself. But anywho, look, I know a little bit about Mayor Chevy, and I know that he at least has one ear open. Does he have 2 ears open? I'm not exactly sure. I don't have that much time to invest in exactly what they're doing. I don't have that access to invest in.
You telling people to vote for him. You can't say you got to be in the know.
Listen, Kev, listen.
You're right.
Okay?
Let me listen. Okay, let me listen.
What I do support and stand in solidarity is Milwaukee moving forward, period. Regardless of how we get there, as long as it's not hurting nobody and our communities are getting better.
They're
you know what I'm saying? So if it's gonna take time, and I'm gonna tell you like I tell my members, it's gonna take time. There is no magical wand to fix these problems that have been going on for the last 40 or 50 years in Wisconsin.
Gentrification is quicker and faster than you know it. It ain't gonna take that much time. Because he's about gentrification. He told you he wants the population to go up. He didn't say nothing about black people. Go ahead, Erica. I'm doing it again. I'm being rude. Go ahead.
But I am more than willing to listen to anything that y'all have to say because I've always respected your opinion. And if you shine the light in the darkness, then I'm going to take a look. But I'm going to do my job as well and encourage people to get out and vote and get it. I stand in solidarity with the man. Okay. I'm gonna go do a little more research because I am gonna be the first one to take accountability of my own lack of knowledge about what you're saying, because this doesn't sound like what.
So Erica, I guess my only question to you would be, how can you encourage people to vote for him and say solidarity? We're gonna stand in solidarity with him if you don't even know his policies, if you don't know his track record, if you didn't listen to the state of this. How can you encourage?
I'm getting to learn it.
Okay, but you stated this. You got the event before you learned. Shouldn't you know before you?
We are hosting it. We are hosting it, but did I find out we were hosting this event this week? Yes.
Okay. I guess what I'm saying is,
Can I say something to that though? And I know this is not going to go over well, but I don't give a damn.
Right.
Right. I'm me.
Right.
Like I got my own show, so it really don't matter.
That's true. That's true. Can't get fired on your day off. Right.
Yeah, whatever. Check this out. Seriously though, right? You know, I got my own beef with a lot of politicians. I do. I believe I can have those beefs because I get out here and I do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But for those that don't, right, that don't try to make the city better, that don't do their part, that don't call down there, that don't go down there and complain, that don't sweat not just the mayor, but they alderman either, right? So for them people, I ask this question: what are you doing to make Milwaukee better? What are you doing for us? I know what some of us doing, but it's not a lot. But it's not a lot of us doing what we can do.
It depends on who you point that question at, though, because I know
I think I just identified the demographic that I was pointing that question at, Mr. Rufus King.
Well, one thing I would have to say is you couldn't possibly be referring to myself, because I have a 23-year track record of working in this community, helping us. And I ain't just talking about social service programs to give them something. I'm talking about workforce development. Hold on. I'm talking about workforce development, all this community organization.
So I must not be talking about you then, right?
That they must not be.
I don't know. I felt like he was directing the question at me too, so I wasn't sure.
No, it's not.
How to respond.
I specifically said for those that are not.
Well, ain't none of them on the panel. Ain't none of them on the panel.
They're listening to the show.
Okay.
They gonna complain more than anybody. More than anybody. They gonna complain. But they not gonna vote just because they not gonna vote. It ain't because they don't agree with the policies or lack of policy. It's because they just ain't gonna do shit.
Well, see, and that's where
that's
where I want to come in at, because like I'm talking to a lot of these people for a long time, because I pretty much sure everybody got a track record on here of the community work that they've been doing. But while talking to the community, you're absolutely right, Sean. They don't want to get out here and vote. Even the older people who understand how important it is, they don't want to get out here and vote. Okay, yeah, our candidate may not be 100%. Don't quote me, or whatever.
He's black, right?
But however,
he's black.
He is a black Democratic
all
candidate.
Skin folk ain't
and
folk.
I know that much is a fact. I also know
he's
that
a tool.
We also need to be held accountable as citizens in the city who don't get up and make sure, regardless of what color their skin color is,
he's a
that we make sure that they're doing their job.
He's a ventriloquist.
They all have
dog.
been. So that's really the question. When are we going to get candidates that are not style? You get what I'm saying? Like when us as a people gonna make sure that those candidates that we have an opportunity of are not dialed.
Wait, you know when that's gonna start? You know when that's gonna start?
When
we are informed about individuals before we plan a rally to stand in solidarity for them, because we're leading the masses to the slaughterhouse. That'll start when we start creating awareness before we start giving support, or we start taking payoff to take photos with people, right? It was Did Sean hang up? I was trying to.
I ain't never got a payoff to take a picture with
Sean cussing so hard his phone is going out.
That shit?
But I've touched his head several times.
Let me say this. I'm joking. I don't have evidence that Sean took no money, but it is funny to see that picture because. And actually, the funniest part about it is Cavalier or Chevy, whatever his name is, he's actually taller than Sean. cracks me the fuck up. Right?
No, the fuck he ain't, bro.
I think me and Mayor Chevy about the same height. I got a picture too, and I'm not gonna be ashamed to say that I got one. But this shit, you could probably find a picture of me with Frank Dick. But don't go looking for one. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even want to go there. Listen. Please don't say that dude's name.
But my point, I didn't want it to come out like that. But my point is that because y'all forgot I marched to Washington D.C. with
we did not. I did not forget that. I did not.
Somebody just sent me a picture of 2022 when I was in the Union March, and I didn't even know I was standing right next to my future boss.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? So, like, if we talking about pictures and what we have, I got pictures.
Yeah, but this picture in particular is funny because it's Sean Moore standing between David Crowley and Mayor Johnson with a smile on his face. He's not in revolutionary mode. He's like, I am happy to be here. Hello, everybody. I think he got a name tag.
Check this out.
I think he got a name tag to say, hello, my name is Sean on. I seen that on his.
I ain't been in revolution mode. I ain't been in revolution mode in a real long time.
Oh, wow.
Since the niggas ran back to the field. That was over 4 or 5 years ago. I've been about doing what I got to do. If y'all call it revolution, cool, but I ain't with the revolution shit because I ain't no motherfucking martyr.
You wasn't on that picture.
These niggas.
No, you wasn't.
I ain't
you was more Tiger Woods on that picture than Huey Newton.
Check this out. I knew Chevy 15 years ago. I knew David Crowley 12 years ago, before all of this shit.
Hey, Sean, no need to explain to us, man.
Because other motherfuckers don't like them. That don't mean that's not me from fucking with them.
I know dudes that are mogs that I've known for 30 years. I ain't taking no picture with them just because I knew him for a long time. He's still a mog. You making excuses, man. Stop it, Sean.
What did Chevy do to me?
Vince done exposed you. Right. You live in this city. He's raising your taxes.
Man, Chevy ain't did shit to me.
So you ain't affected by the tax increase.
Chevy ain't did shit to me that 40,000 other motherfuckers ain't did, right?
40,000 people did tax increases?
Oh, man. Since we gonna do that shit, you got motherfuckers on your show like the nigga Vince. He's a straight motherfucking moron.
He's not here to defend himself. You can't insult that man.
Chevy ain't either.
Right.
Chevy ain't either.
But you are, and you was on the photo.
I called Vince a moron. I called him a put everything on your show because that's what he is.
Sean, let me read my chat room. Mama Jenkins said, "Little buddy is not getting my vote. I'm voting, but not for him again. He has not did a damn thing for this city. It's filthy, no economic development, reckless driving." And she said, "Is that his best?" Shabaka St. Corey said, "I'll be sitting on the couch when it comes to voting. Elections are rigged." Okay. These local elections need participants in Milwaukee for sure. People need some sort of voice. Mm-hmm. Mama Jenkins says, "My personal opinion, half of Milwaukee can't vote because of their records." Damn, all y'all some criminals out there. So, damn tickets for jaywalking turned into felonies. Chantel,
well, can I just put a reminder out there that if you don't have an open case past felonies and things like that should not prevent you from from voting. Only if you have a current open case or on parole is when you can't vote. But if it's old and closed, you can definitely get out and vote.
Chantel Gwen says people are very disappointed in how bad our city has gotten in the last 4 years. It's sad. She says, "I'm surprised that the federal government and our current president giving such a large donation to 142 cities that are suffering during an election year." Let me catch. Jasmine Tyler, how you doing, my sister? It's been a long time. We got to get Jazz back on the show, man. We got to get her back on the show. Look, this ain't personal for me. I don't want people to, because I have no malice for that brother. I'm Kamar, you can even say when he got elected, I was one of the happiest people.
Yeah, you
I was extremely proud.
You sure was.
I was optimistic. I was saying, let's get his brother a chance.
You thought Barack Obama came back in office.
Right. But his rainbow wasn't blue though, right? Like, but still, you know, I just
give him a shot.
I was saying that, Kamar. I was one of the ones. I said, we done watched all these other white dudes fuck up. Why not let a black dude get a chance?
Right.
And I can
say it. And you know what I mean? And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't be going hard on our people, you know, like that. But at the same time, you look at these track records of said people, you know, and if it ain't to your liking, you got some shit to talk.
She said, good night, Outlaws. My sister, thank you for tuning in. Please share the show is what I ask. Peace to you. Peace and love to you, my sister. She said, tell him, Erica. Jasmine, she's laughing at Mama Jenkins. She called him little buddy. She said, crazy. LOL. Yeah, we tend to throw that around. Once again, I want people to understand when I discuss politicians, it's never personal for me because these people might be like, you know, I knew DC Crowley. I'll call him David Crowley now, to respect for his position. I knew him years. I did community organizing in 2008, 2009, and I met him then. That's been a while. He's always been somebody in the community with his finger on the pulse, right? It's not personal. I know his wife. EDOT is cool, great people. First podcast I was ever on was myself, EDOT, and her cousin on the London Brown show. So it's never personal. One of the first interviews DC got, hold on. One of the first interviews DC got was 3041 Live with myself at 3041 North. Supported him through everything. So at the same time, it's just like anything else. If I got love for you, I'm going to be honest with you. If I didn't give a shit, I wouldn't care. I'm going to be honest with you. And it ain't so much about him because we've said on here, we don't disagree necessarily with everything he's done at the county level. Some of it is. Some we squinted at it. But I'm talking about the city, and I'm talking about Mayor Johnson. Let me get this. Let me get this chat room. Hold on, Erica. She said, this is John Fletcher. He said, keep preaching, family. LOL. Jasmine said, what's your thoughts on this $1 million budget to revamp 6th Street? You know what, Jasmine? This is why we got to get you on because it's after 10 and we're going to have to get off because that's a long conversation. So we're probably going to have to put in the parking lot until Monday. Let me see. Sonia said, when I came up there yesterday, the neighborhood looked like shit. Oh, many extensions to this conversation. I think we need to keep having them. These are my favorite kinds of shows when people just really just to get a chance to get it off. Erica, you wanted to add what before we close down shop?
Yeah, I just wanted to pivot off of Executive David Crowley and just to say that, you know, knowledge is power. And I was on his first winning campaign as a canvasser. I really didn't know what I was doing. All I know is David Crowley's campaign was providing a source of income for me and my small family at the time. But yes, of course, with more exposure and more research, I gained new knowledge on what it was. So before we be like, nah, whatever, yeah, we need to really just consider it that we're going to learn something new about a person every day. And these people change over time. So if I'm just applauding them really for putting themselves, being the black man in a position to even run for these positions.
It's not enough. You got to do when you get there. Well, no, it ain't enough just to run. I'm not giving you credit for running.
I ain't say it was enough.
Once you in there, you still got to handle your business. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you, my sister. I hear you. You got anything else you want to drop on us? I want to make sure you get a chance to get it. You know, I want everybody to be able to spit on Outlaw Radio. You good? You good? Or where we at? Anything coming up you want to promote? What's popping?
Hey, so I would promote the, March 23rd rally. It's going to be one of the first events I get to host for my members. It is going to be a political agenda. We also are training our union members on how to strengthen their union and how important it is to use their voice, not only in the workplace, but in the community as well. And March 23rd is the date that you can save, and I'll have more information on my timeline.
Got you. Sean, you still with us?
Yes, sir.
Talk about your show real quick, because I know y'all be on tomorrow. Tell the people about it.
Yeah, we'll be on tomorrow, 7 o'clock, man. We got Mr. Brenda Hines coming on. We'll talk about her foundation, updates to her son's case. Tomorrow we going down to the district attorney's office with Coach Dale Young, mother. Still trying to get some justice up out of that situation, man. We're gonna discuss storage containers in the ground, and some more shit. You know, it's Talking Shit Thursday, so check us out. We live, we talking, we sipping. Yeah, check us out. And you know, as far as that conversation about 6th Street, it's not just 6th Street that's gonna be getting revamped. It's a lot of streets in Milwaukee that's about to change. That's just one of the major projects. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of changes. I'm actually working on that. So yeah, check us out tomorrow. Me and Mick, the gang members, live 7:00.
Okay. Jasmine said, if that's your way of saying hey Sean, LOL. Come
Hey
on.
Jazzy, how you doing?
We got to get Jazz back on the show. Kamar, you got an event coming up. Talk about your event, what you got for the rest of the week, because it is Wednesday. We won't be back on till Monday. I told y'all start hitting that Cash App. We'll start adding extra shows like a son of a bitch. Go ahead, Kamar.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, our event ain't till May 4th, but yeah, we got that event coming up. April, you'll be hearing you're gonna catch the commercials on the thing. We got Outlaw Radio in the building. We're gonna be doing interviews with the different business owners in there. We got Call to Action in there, doing interviews with different business owners. You know, the whole goal is to bring light to everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody and everything that everybody do. People in the community, they're going to be able to come to this event and find different resources that they can use to help themselves. You know what I mean? Whether it's the different podcasts to get different words out to the community or the different stuff they need to do, or whether it's just learning about shadow work, which Rail going to be there and Courtney going to be there, the emotional intelligence. You know, like we got a huge thing going down in May. You know, and if it's a way that y'all think y'all may be able to get involved with this health and wellness event, holla at me. Other than that, I'll be at the House of Vitality the rest of the week, 11 to 7.
Okay. Let me see. She says he's also going to be a vendor at my event with Seth Shakur and the Tupac Foundation in June. Good night, y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
We got to get her on. Rail, it's gardening time. You know what? I looked in my garden today. I see shit starting to grow again. I'm like, okay, we gotta. Is it just gonna keep growing out?
I got some rosemary that survived all winter.
And these collard greens, they growing again.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah, so
okay.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to gardening. Just been kind of going out there, just cleaning up some of the shit. You know, some of the old shit that was there from last season. You know, just getting my presentation ready for this emotional intelligence I'm gonna be teaching at the event, and then making sure I get my products all together, because I do want to have, you know, my books, gratitude journals, and my CBD products, you know, when we at the event. And then also just growing my TikTok while it's still around. And they talk about banning TikTok, I don't know, but you know, while it's there, you know, higher frequency, HIGHER FREAKUENCY. And then also you can catch my book, 12 Steps to Becoming Your Own Dope, available on Amazon. And it's almost time to bring out them RCs, man.
Man, listen, I got too much. We'll have to have a separate conversation, bro, because we got to find a bigger spot, because what I got now needs, and I think I got one, so we'll talk about it.
Okay, for sure.
Listen, I want everybody to do their own research. On Outlaw Radio, we don't try to tell you what to think. We just tell you to think, right? Like, you can go out and research it and do your own research, but research. Don't go into nothing without knowing what you're going into. And don't go blindly into this booth and vote for somebody because you think they look like you. I will say it again. All skin folk ain't kin folk. And some of us get these jobs in these positions and become extremely compromised. And in this case, we see that there once again is no black agenda, which unfortunately will leave us in the same position that we've always been in, which is at the bottom. And until we wake up and start holding these individuals accountable, saying, you want my vote? God damn it, is it too much for me to ask for an agenda? Write it out. You got all kinds of handlers. You got all kinds of committees. Come up with a black agenda if you want my vote. That's what I think should happen. And until that happens, platforms like mine and other people are going to be on your heels, because I'm straight in a lot of ways because I'm blessed and highly favored. But I still worry when I see my people being put through a vicious cycle and everybody's not making it out. And God bless these babies, because we ain't leaving them shit. We ain't leaving them shit, but teaching them how to be subjugated and how to be poor and downtrodden and adapt into subpar treatment and adapt that, oh, I'm the poster child for poverty and dysfunction. I'm such a victim. That shit ain't going nowhere soon. Y'all be cool, man. In a world where you could be anything, be a person whose contribution to the community outweighs their criticism of it. Because if you don't take that route, then your ass is just a coon. See you Monday night, y'all.
Peace.